journey, I would request our Dean Sir to address the audience to deliver the opening statement at this prestigious conference. It is my honor to introduce Dean and Principal of GIBS Business School, Bangalore, a distinguished academician, thought leader, and whose vision continues to shape our institute's academic excellence. Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty is an accomplished academician, economist, engineer, and industry expert with over 30+ years of experience in cross-sectoral experience spanning the steel industry, education, and IT domains. He holds a distinguished academic background with PhD, MBA, and MA in economics, and a BTech in engineering. He has held prominent leadership roles at the renowned institutions such as Symbiosis, ICFI, Chandigarh University. Beyond academia, Dr. Chakraborty has also been executed strategic assignments for global corporations including Coca-Cola, Colgate, Palmolive, and Henkel, with an impactful contribution in Switzerland, London, and Germany. As a Dean and Principal of GIBS, he also brings a lot of deep expertise in business analytics and artificial intelligence. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join hands in welcoming Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty to deliver the opening speech.
Hello. Honorable MD Sir, distinguished guests, esteemed business leaders, respected faculty members, our brilliant students, members of the organizing team, Namaskara, Vanakkam, a very good evening to all of you. May you live in interesting times. This ancient proverb perfectly encapsulates our current era where artificial intelligence, disruptive business models, and global challenges are threatening the very fabric of the business. As a Harvard Business Review article says, that we are now moving from the knowledge economy to the innovation economy. Innovation is what defines the business, and to thrive in this dynamic landscape, we must adopt and embrace cutting-edge research, bold innovations, and entrepreneurial vision to stay ahead of the curve. It is with this objective I welcome all of you to the Innovation, Research and Entrepreneurship IRE Conference 2025 that encapsulates the very spirit of the business challenges that lies ahead. The IRE conference was envisioned by our founder, Mr. Ritesh Goel, alumnus of IIM Bangalore. It's a commitment of GIBS to equipping our students with skills, confidence, and mindset to become trailblazing entrepreneurs and business leaders. Each year, this platform brings together the brightest minds to conceptualize innovative ideas, develop prototypes, conduct rigorous research, and craft viable business plans. Last year's IRE conference set a very high standard. We had renowned IIM IIT alumnus and best-selling author, Mr. Chetan Bhagat as the chief guest. The event was further enriched by the presence of distinguished personalities, including Arjun Halappa, former captain of Indian hockey team, Divya and Raghavendra Rao of Rameshwar Cafe, Mr. Girish Nagpal, Dr. Guhesh Ramanathan from IIM Visakhapatnam, Dr. Shefali Gupta from MICA Ahmedabad, and many other luminaries we had last year. This year, our endeavor was to elevate IRE to a greater heights, and we are indeed honored that this year we have distinguished guests. Padma Shri Syed Kirmani sir, welcome to you. We have world badminton champion Padma Shri and Padma Bhushan Saina Nehwal ma'am. She'll be joining us very soon. And we have renowned entrepreneur, environmentalist, and philanthropist Revati Kamath ma'am. Welcome to GIBS ma'am. And thank you very much for graciously joining this event. All of you are very busy personalities and you have given us your precious time. We are truly indebted to all of you. This year, the competition has been very intense with 32 teams competing against other across diverse domains, including deep tech, ed tech, health tech, sustainability, travel and tourism, and various other groundbreaking and innovative, interesting ideas. Each team has undergone a year-long training on how to develop their research ideas, how to develop prototypes, how to create business plans with their mentors and also experts from the industry, and how to convert them into viable projects. Their proposals have been meticulously evaluated by a panel of industry experts. So in this forum, we will not only showcase those interesting business plans, but we will also give awards to the best teams. We would also like to honor the business leaders and achievers who have created excellent business organizations and become an inspiration for the budding entrepreneurs. IRE is not just a platform to share ideas. IRE is also a holistic avenue for networking, create a confluence of thought leaders who can guide, mentor, and shape the destiny of the business world. We are indeed honored to have such an august gathering among us, and we do sincerely hope that each one of us will go back tonight with wonderful memories and great ideas. We would like to continue this relationship with all the business leaders and stalwarts who are present here to join hands and contribute to the society and the world of business in a big way. With these thoughts, I officially declare the IRE Conference 2025 open and the proceedings to start. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jayanta Chakraborty, for your inspiring words and powerful insights. So next, let's move forward to the next exciting segment of the IRE Conference 2025. So ladies and gentlemen, now we step into one of the most engaging and insightful segment of the IRE Conference 2025. That's the panel discussion. So this session brings together the accomplished leaders who represent the very essence of innovation, purpose, and transformation across diverse fields, including cybersecurity, entrepreneurship, sustainability development, and academic leadership as well. And to guide us through this important conversation, I'm delighted to invite our moderator for this session, Dr. Pallavi Vyas, to the stage. Dr. Pallavi Vyas is the head of department and an associate professor at GIBS Business School. With over 14 years of experience across the industry, academia, and research, she holds an MSc and MBA and a doctorate, and she has also made a significant contribution through national and international publications. She is a multiple award-winning researcher, a passionate case study developer, and a strong advocate for practical, industry-relevant learning. So, ma'am, thank you so much for joining us. And it's a time to invite our first panelist on stage. Our first panelist is a leading voice in the cybersecurity system and digital policy. He is a renowned cybersecurity expert, serial entrepreneur, and a guest faculty at both Karnataka Police Academy and Judicial Academy, Dr. Anant Prabhu. Dr. Anant Prabhu has trained countless officers and legal professionals on cyber laws, digital forensics, and online safety, founded multiple ventures focused on digital empowerment, and he's also a passionate speaker, educator, and an author. Dr. Prabhu, we would love to invite you on stage, and can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Anant Prabhu? Thank you so much. And I believe our next panelist does not need an introduction. She is a visionary in social impact. She is an entrepreneur, philanthropist, and environmentalist. She is a proud mother of Kamath Brothers, the founders of Zerodha, and is deeply committed to empowering women and rural communities. She actively supports projects in green architecture, renewable energy, and environmental conservation, making her a true advocate of sustainable and inclusive leadership. She is none other than Ms. Revati Kamath. Ma'am, we would love to welcome you on stage, please. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you, ma'am. And our next panelist for the day is Professor Parmeshwar H. Srinivas. Professor Parmeshwar is a distinguished faculty member in finance and entrepreneurship at GIBS Business School, with over 20 years of experience spanning the corporate, startup, and academic sectors. He began his career at Thomson Reuters, where he spent over a decade advancing from content analyst to a team leader, spearheading global initiatives in data quality, process innovation, and employment engagement. At GIBS, he is also known for blending industry insight with academic depth, further enriching his commitment to business education and research excellence. I would love to invite Professor Parmeshwar sir to please join us on the panel. Thank you to all the esteemed panelists on stage. Now, we would love to begin the panel discussion. So I would hand it over to you, Pallavi ma'am. Over to you, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Pallavi Vyas, and I welcome you all to the IRE Conference 2025, organized by GI Business School, Bangalore. In today's rapidly evolving ecosystem, unicorns, that is startups, that have a valuation of over $1 billion, are no more a rare phenomenon. We can see multiple names now. We can hear a lot of unicorns coming out. But then, though it's not rare, it's something which is very, very extraordinary. But then what is it that makes them as game changers and different from the rest? It's actually a fusion of multiple things. Maybe an idea or an innovation which is really bold, a simple, yet it could be a cutting-edge research, and also probably a scalable entrepreneurial idea, an innovation or a fusion of all of these three together, or it could be something extraordinary as well. So today's panel discussion, which is titled Creating Unicorns, How Research and Innovation Fuel Next-Gen Startups, we would try to identify what is it that is the magic, or what is it that could be something very simple, an idea, or something which somebody would have thought of and has become a disruptive innovation or a business idea that we see around us. So let's begin with the panel discussion. So my first question to you, Dr. Prabhu, and we know that you have initiated Hold the Stylus Before the Chalk campaign, and you're pretty much famous for a lot of such initiatives that you have started. However, with your entrepreneurial experience that you've had and with your experience with the cybersecurity space, I would like to ask you the first question, wherein what do you think how innovation and how something or the other that some business ideas that evolve, how does it make some entrepreneurial idea to be very innovative and something which is very different, which becomes ultimately scalable as well? So what kind of innovation do you think, and how, to what extent innovation contributes to ideas becoming scalable?
Thank you, ma'am, and a very good afternoon to everybody. Such a pleasure to be here. So when we talk about innovation, I usually use the word which is called as IP moat. So the IP moat comprises of patents, it comprises of trademarks, copyrights, and trade secrets. And if you have a look at the way in which India is progressing in this particular domain, we have seen a double-digit growth recently, but still, we're lagging behind when we compare to the other 4 nations which are far ahead of us. So just to give you a heads up, China has filed around 16 lakh patents in 2023, whereas India has only filed about 64,000. So when we talk about innovation, the first thing that comes into mind is the patents. Because once we have patents, once we have copyrights, we can claim ownership of that particular idea or the product. So having said that, I believe if you look at the best of the companies that have made mark globally, they have all incepted in universities. So you can name most of them, and they're all from the universities. So the term that we use is called as spin out a startup. That is, they start in the university and then they grow global. But we have also seen a new trend now, which is called as academic spin-in, wherein the companies are bringing in the research from the academia so that they can add value to their organization. So having said that, I feel this question that you've asked is very difficult to answer in a line or in 2 or 3 sentences. But what I feel is, we need to develop problem-first thinking. So once we do that, I think things will fall in place.
Sure. Thank you so much. So, like you said, problem first thinking. So, I would move to Revati ma'am, and I would ask my second question to you, ma'am. So, like Dr. Prabhu said that, you have to find the problem. So, I think very early in your life itself, you had thought of a problem. We've read a lot of your stories, so I would not want to unfold that, but we would want to hear from you that what is it that inspired you? How did that inspiration came, and how did you realize that, okay, I want to do something with environment and some social good and contribute in that way? So if you could share about your journey with us.
Good afternoon, everyone. And it is, I'm thanking for this panel discussion so that we can share so many things. And like my enthusiasm started when my sons were not studying and properly, and they were not interested in studies. That was the main reason, I thought I will do something for them. And as a housewife, I was a music teacher and that and all. And I thought I should contribute something to my sons, and when they reach adulthood, I will develop something. Like that, I started my business, and my husband was a banker. And then he was actually the financial discipline, from the beginning of my business, I used to use my financial discipline. I never took loan from anybody, and that was the instruction given by my husband. And this continued, and Zerodha now, it reached to the level of Zerodha, and Zerodha has not taken fund from anybody, no, they have not raised fund or not accepted fund from anybody. And that way that I started, and I kept my discipline, and I started my floral business in the beginning, and that was the creativity I had in me, and that was there. And I thought this is also a business. And I started from the Wipro, vendor, as a vendor, and it continued, and I reached Leela Palace and Western and all. I became an entrepreneur that way. Just a housewife I was, just without investing anything, just using my brains I did it. During those days, 30 years back, that things were not like this, for these children, no? Whoever is sitting here, they have got so much facilities now, digital facilities are there. When I started, just an email, this one was there, no social media. How to tell people that I'm creative? How can I get job like that, no? It was not that easy. No, I need to prove myself and go door to door step and advertise myself I'm something. I'm capable of doing this decorations. I'm capable of this one. And that turned into my event management company, Calix. And my business started with in the name of Calix. And my son, Nitin Kamath, gave this name to me. And first he gave me Calix Carola. But that domain was not there. So Calix, and he was my guide actually. And he was doing +1 at that time. And Nikhil was in primary school. And then, I was, every step I used to use my financial discipline. Okay, that is that made me grow. And I want to tell everybody no, nowadays the banks are giving so much loan, and so many loan giving agencies are there, and all the children shouldn't this one to that. Then they won't be knowing what will be the hidden interest, and that, no, then they will end up in desperation, and finally the business will, when financial problems arises, and that all this innovation and this one and all goes. When financial, really I'm telling you, when problems arises and head is full of problems, that there won't be any innovation or creativity. Creativity dies through financial problem. That's where wherever I go, wherever the universities I go, wherever I go, I tell people that be careful about financial management. You might be ambitious, like no, that ambition through ambition also, like that. No, you need to be careful before investing anything, and that is the thing. Like then I entered into my landscaping business, and from Myco Bosch I entered. Like I was doing events, first flowers, and then I started continued with the events, and I used to do PowerPoint presentations, all these LED walls, that, this, and all I used to do. Just a housewife I was, like, just imagine. And through innovation only, I reached as, like then Myco Bosch offered me landscaping work. At that time, I didn't know what is landscaping. Just this is why I'm going to tell everywhere. Like anybody can become anything, and then that landscaping made me reach up to Tata Steel. And finally, when I stopped my business, I was having Tata Steel in my hand. Another 11 projects I had in my hand, and then I got force from the family because Zerodha erupted. And wherever I go, if I go to take a project, and they used to ask, usually everybody asks like that, no, what are your children? Usually everyone asks like that. And if I tell about Zerodha, people used to tell like, why you have to do commercial, like what is like that? No, they should not think like my sons are not taking care of me then and all. Then what I thought, like my family thought that I'm going to sit back at home, but didn't happen. Myself completely turned towards environment and rural education, and that is now I'm seriously involved in that, and my life is that, like, and I'm thinking of doing something contribution to rural education. Recently, I have taken up 3 schools, rural schools, underprivileged schools now in my hand, and like no, now I have started one more school. Like it is very pathetic condition of rural schools, and I want all these youngsters who is doing MBA and all like that, no, they have to think about rural education, because our India is 70% rural, this one. And like wherever I go, I tell like, see this innovation and this AI, that, this and all, like is where it is reaching. How much percentage it is reaching? It is not even reaching 1% of our population. How our nation improves? How our nation this way, like underprivileged children are getting uneducated. It is continuing. And exploitation, like the rural areas, they are giving 120 rupees, 200 rupees. See, believe it or not, 20,000 is the annual income in some of the places. Annual income of a parent, 20,000, how can a child will study? How they maintain the family? That's happening. See, it must be all our responsibility to each one take care of one child. Then how much our India improves? One child. Like if you invest 1,000 rupees per month, no, you can take care of one child. Like, I think I have taken too much time, right? Yeah, that I wanted to tell you all, like that innovation, like no, not only in one angle, not only some highly sophisticated educational institute are growing, and like what about our rural education and innovation has to happen, entire India together. Thank you all.
So thank you, ma'am, for those experiences that you shared with us. So like you rightly said, our today's generation is really blessed. They have all of it available with them. So this brings me to the question for you, Professor Parameshwar. As ma'am said that so much of it is already available, but still, what do you think are the gaps that are existing between the research that we do, academic research, and what the market needs? And how do you think institutions like ours, like GIBS has an IRE program? For this, we have the IRE conference today, the agenda of today's conference. So how do you think institutions can help people overcome these challenges, help prepare students, and can support their growth so that they can come out with their own ideas and out in the market?
Yeah. Thank you. Good afternoon all. It's an honor to be part of this panel discussion. So answering your question, coming from an academic institution, we typically look at the piece of research as an intervention in 2 ways. One being an academic research which culminates to a research paper or a research publication. The another piece that we have to focus is the business research, which should end up in understanding the product market fit or the commercial viability of the business venture that we want to look at. Having said that, both of them are important in the current day's situation. What we have to do is to look at a different lens when it comes to a program like IRE, which is Innovation, Research and Entrepreneurship. We consider that as a practice course rather than a typical academic course, not like a classroom course that we handle that with. What I mean by practice course, I'm talking about bringing in the interventions into the class, which makes the teams, the student cohort teams, to work on their ideas and bring out something and do something in the classroom. It's more of an hands-on exercise rather than a teacher running the slide deck to the class. So approach is a little different here. So we are talking about business research. The moment we start our program in IRE, in GIBS Business School, we ensure, and this is spread across 3 terms, 3 trimesters. So we start with the initial stages of ideation, and we give them enough understanding of how innovation can help you to bring out, identify a problem and identify a solution for that. And from the entrepreneurship perspective, of course, the research will happen to understand the product market fit, the commercial viability, go out and discover the customer, look at the market, speak to people, and get as much data to understand if it's viable or not, should we pivot, all those stuff. So focus is on more of business research when it comes to the program IRE. And entrepreneurship will help us, or rather, the interventions that we try to bring into the class was to make the students' cohorts to go out and talk to the market. And that's very important. And when it comes to academic research, that may not be the case, because academic research is more strong on theoretical frameworks and the recommendations at the end of the research paper, which may or may not help the industry. But what we try to do as entrepreneurship program is, like I told you, we ensure that we give them enough questions, hands-on exercises. Okay, how do you do it? How do you want to do it? Who do you think is your customer? Did you talk to the market? How many people did you speak to? It cannot be a closed group of within 200, 300 student group that they run a survey and come out with the results. So there is a constant push from the faculty as well, so that we try to bridge the gap. And plus, we also have IRE talks, which complements, because we try to get industry founders, the professionals from the industry who can come and mentor the students, spend time with the students, and students have an opportunity to go network with them. And that will complement what happens in the so-called practice course classroom sessions. So this is how we try to build a bridge the gap between the academics and the industry. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you, Professor Param. So I think that makes a lot of sense, sending students out, doing their own research in the market, and then getting to know what is it that the market is looking at and wanting. So I now move to the next question to you, Dr. Prabhu. So in fact, you have also been a chief architect of the Cyber Safe Karnataka project along with the former CM. So now that we know that a lot of companies are now becoming a lot tech dependent and are really using tech a lot, so to what extent do you think cyber safety or cyber resilience is important for these startups, and how do they manage that? How do they become more cyber resilient?
So we all have a mindset that this attack could happen to somebody else but not to me. So when it happens to us, we realize that, oh God, even I'm so vulnerable. Because I remember my guru Sanjay Sahai sir fondly telling, hacking is the new normal. So I asked, sir, what does it mean? So he told me, Anand, out of the 100 systems that are there, 95 know that they're hacked. I said, thank God, 5 are safe. He said, 5 don't know that they're hacked. So this is where we are. But I would like to mention 2 points here. The first point, which Revati ma'am told about the pressing problems that are there, which we have. So the rural area. Now there is a digital divide. We see a lot of people using technology even there. Because you see them using UPI, you see them using Google Pay and social media. The other day, I was asked to deliver a lecture to 10th standard students, and when I went to that school, they said, "Sir, we are very sorry, they are having exams today, so please give it for 4th standard students." And I was like, what am I going to talk to these 4th standard students? Then, when I went there and I spoke for 5 minutes, I realized that probably they're as good as 10th standard students because they are digital natives, right? So we are seeing this change. And as Parmeshwarji has rightly said, there is a lot of groundbreaking research that is going on, but research without commercialization gets lost in the academic silos. So I feel the industry and the academy, they have to work together, number one. And number two, cyber safety is very important. How many of you here have got antiviruses, a paid antivirus in your phones? 3 of them. So the rest of them are going to come to me someday, asking for help. Right? So, yeah, so this is how it is. And talking about cyber safety, it is very important. See, an intern of mine has come here. He told me that he wants to be a part of this. And he's come up with a product, a very nice product, which is pet insurance. Like when he told me that, I was just wondering, why would somebody take that? But then when he explained about it, it looked very lucrative to me. Now, even he is giving importance to cyber safety because people are going to do the transactions online. And one mistake, then you lose the entire brand value, whatever you have built so far. So talking about that, number one, it is very important. Number two, looking at the global scenario, many countries are now waging war against India digitally. So it's no more the missiles that will come and hit you. Somebody somewhere will sit and just get your systems down. And the businesses that you've built with your blood and sweat will just be gone in a toss. So therefore, it is quintessential.
Yeah, makes sense. And I think with this, a lot of us have to be mindful of what we have in our phone and what we are using. So this brings me to the next question for you, Revati ma'am. So we know about all that you've been doing for the society, for the environment, doing social good at a large scale. So how do you think that such kind of businesses can become scalable? Do you think businesses which are aligned more towards environment and a social cause, can they become unicorns too? What is your opinion on that? Hello.
This question actually is very, very important for everyone. Whatever the innovation, whatever the AI, whatever the development, whatever the business improvement happens and all, no, nature is very, very important. See, everything depending on nature. When you breathe, no, you have to breathe good air. Sure. Only then you can use the technology.
Can we take a pause of 2 minutes? Saina ma'am is also here. We will just welcome her.
So we have our chief guest for the day, Ms. Saina Nehwal. Can we have a big round of applause and welcome her? Thank you so much, Saina ma'am, for joining us. Thank you. Over to you, Revati ma'am. Apologies for the pause.
About nature. This is environment. See, environment is the one, like it's very important for whatever the profession and whatever the rich or poor or anybody, like environment. And unfortunately, like you all know, like so many hazards happening to our environment. And I think like last 50 years is very bad. And since last 50 years, like this encroachment of this Raja Kalways is happening. And then because of this encroachment and buildings, abruptly building the buildings above Raja Kalways made our natural water body vanish. And then like water doesn't know when heavy rains were there 50 years back also. Heavy rains are here now also. that depression will be there in coastal area, and then heavy rains will come here in Bangalore. We can take it as Bangalore or Chennai or anywhere. Like why that 50 years back there was no hazards and no flooding and all. Why flooding happening now? And like no, why people are suffering? The low level areas like that, no, it is flooding, and like you believe it or not. 1 week I was not slept properly, and it was bothering me so much because seeing the news like that, no, that is so many elderly people will be there, children will be there, pregnant women will be there, like that, no, suddenly in the midnight, water coming in, rushing into their houses, how hazardous it is, and snakes started coming in this one, and so dangerous, and how can they live their life, like no, where they go, why it is happening. And I think everybody should think about it, and we have to make a together decision. We can't wait government to do something, like no, government is not doing anything, like what is happening, like the last so many years, no, not a single improvement happened, not any Raja Kalve cleared, not a drainage, at least okay, leave the Raja Kalves, like already built, at least drainage systems they can do, no, like Summit 5 Architectural Infrastructure Bangalore Summit I attended in Jane Tata Memorial Hall, and I was a guest and chief guest, and even our Labour Commissioner was chief guest, and our BBMP chief engineer was there, chief guest, and airport MD Mr. Rao was there, and like everybody was talking about infrastructure Bangalore. What a sweet way they were talking. The airport Terminal 2 and like 3,000 crores project that is erupted and all. See, like suddenly I asked them, what are the environmental hazards happen while erupting that infrastructure? Like why they erupted, and then everybody is appreciating, oh, Terminal 2 is so beautiful, that is and all. See, finally, what compensated that, whatever the environmental hazards they made there, they have to compensate somewhere, right? They have not compensated. And when you enter like the airport, like we will see that non-native species is continuously planting, and it is spoiling our biodiversity. Conocorpus is the one like now everywhere spreading in Bangalore. That is more dangerous than Parthenium. That is going to cause like in another 5 years, like no, we won't live properly to use AI or our digital technology, our innovation. Nothing is going to be there. Day by day, environment is getting spoiled. Like no one is like in that day, like I asked them, I am not bothered about anybody. I asked them, where you compensated? Like no, that so much space got vacated, so many trees, and this one vacated for airport development. And we have to compensate somewhere, no? Like
so
whatever the trees.
If I would add to it, ma'am, somewhere maybe the students or younger generation could do something about it, and maybe
see, like they're doing, public doing is a second thing. I'm talking about what the compensation happened. This is not happened. And then BBMP chief engineer, this is whatever I speak practicality. Like no, that is the BBMP, this one chief engineer was telling. And like no, he was not knowing in front of whom he is telling. Okay, he announced that this year 3,000 crores got allotted for this drainage enhancement, like this rainy season. It is not going to happen any problems. And what happened? Where is the 3,000 crores and where work is happening? They have to tell, no, we have got rights to go and ask them. Like that, no, why it is happening? We are in a multi-storied apartment or we are in a bungalows, like then we forget. Like that, no, whoever suffering, let them suffer. Like that, it is not coming to us, no, that we will be suffer. This attitude, like how many days, how many years it continues. One day it is coming back to all of us, and then we have to face. And in Tamil Nadu and in Andhra Pradesh, that Conocorpus tree plantation stopped planting. And here in like a very sophisticated area, you go and see in airport that is Conocarpus plantation is happening. The Conocarpus, you all go to Google and search what are Conocarpus plantation. You all while crossing, if you see green plants, no, wow, Bangalore is improving so much because so many tree plantation happening. You know the hazards of Conocarpus, how it is going to cause us damage? And very sensitive respiratory people are going to get more respiratory ailments and like that elderly people and lots of hazards happening. And now Tabubia roseas everywhere flowering. You all think like, oh, Bangalore is looking like Japan. What bullshit like that, Tabubia roses, what damage it is going to cause, anybody knows about it? Even educated people doesn't know about it. I'm angry about it. Like, no, that is what we are going to give it to our next generation. Youngsters are sitting there. We have to tell them, like, no, these are the hazards happening. Please awaken, stop it now, like that. See, like every water bodies, natural water bodies in Bangalore, all the drainage is allowed into natural water bodies. Underneath completely that is getting polluted and chemical pollution in the underground soil, and that is spreading whatever the borewell surrounding are getting polluted, and the borewell water comes out with chemicals. And like how to, like, this is, I will really congratulate this organization because they are making the students listen to all of us, and then definitely that they will get some this one inside. And thank you for organizing this.
Sure. Thank you so much, ma'am. So, in the interest of time, one last question to you, Professor Param, and maybe one more to Dr. Prabhu. So what do you think is the biggest barrier that students face when it comes to coming out to the market? Is it really about mentorship, or is it about fear of failure, or is it about funding? If you could just briefly let us know about that.
Oh yeah. In my experience, when I taught the IRE, the cohort, given their age group, age bracket, and the societal pressures, usually the first thing that the students has a challenge of fear of failure. I mean, what if I fail? That's the main thing. Given the age and without the experience, they're coming in, they've just done their bachelor's and maybe a couple of years of experience. They have not explored a lot of world. So the first thing is the fear of failure. So to address, there is one more thing that I have, I see it as another thing, as lack of safety net. What if I fail? What is the other plan B for me? As a student, I'll not know about it. I'll not be able to see the future very clearly at that age and time. So this is exactly where the mentoring and the coaching plays an important role as part of the IRE program. So what we do typically in the classroom is we try to create and foster a culture of it's okay to fail in the classroom. So I have actually literally told and gone to the student groups and told it's okay if you fail now. Iterate as much as possible. It's okay if you don't know something. It's okay, go find out, figure out. If it's not proper, redo it, come back, regather, go back to the drawing board. It's okay to fail. So we keep on we have to tell them that it's okay to fail right now, so that they get an idea that it is important to fail fast, learn faster, and pivot as well when it is required. So while you create that culture in the classroom, when you go to the cohorts and with the hands-on exercises, tell them, make them work, and tell them that it's okay, you can go back and rework and find out what is it. Ask questions so that those right set of thoughts are triggered in the student's mind. Did you check back with the product market fit? Did you speak to the customer? How many customers did you speak? Are they actually your real customers at the end of the day? Did you identify the right cohort to talk to? So those questions will trigger those ideas or those questions in them, so that in a way I'm also pushing them. Given my style, I will definitely push the students. Second one, safety net. What if I fail? I mean to say, okay, since 3 terms, 4 terms, we got into your team, we got an idea, we identified the problem, we built a solution, we did the pivot, we added features, feedback, all this stuff. But at the end of it, when a student joins a program, the focus will be on the placements and a job. as a natural progression of the program. It is very rare to see a student who's focusing on building the ventures. So the thing is, that becomes again, the natural progression towards placement is because we are built that way. So after PGDM, after MBA, you have to get into a good placements and you can start your corporate life and so on and so forth. We have to create a mechanism where when we say it's okay to fail, we also have to give them enough safety net, like I told you, second one. It is important to create such an environment in a business school or in university where students are given enough leeway from the preparation of placement preparations, because we identify good, scalable, sustainable ideas from the student cohort and we give them enough time to build it for like 2 years, 3 years. And then if at all, if in case they fail, they have a safety net to come back to the placement team for the placement assistants, so that they will not have a regret later. So that's very important. I think that's where we can add value to create that environment where it is reiterated to the students that it's okay to fail. At the same time, I'm also creating an opportunity. Go find out your way, go build your venture for next 2 years, build your venture, don't worry about your placement. If in case you fail after 2 years, don't worry, you can always come back to the placements. I can help you to get placed. Because they have enough experience of building a venture. When you build a venture and it is not successful, it is not a bad remark, it's a good experience, I would say. So it's more like adding value to the CV, if you ask me. So it should be that way. So the approach should be in such a way that we tackle both the sides of the things.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I hope the students are listening and they're making their notes as well. So this brings me to the last question for the discussion today, Dr. Prabhu. So what do you think are the ways in which industry and academia could collaborate with each other and make sure that we can bring those ideas from lab to the market? So how do you think that can happen?
So I've got 7 points which the students can probably take notes. The first one is they need to learn the art of storytelling from Revati ma'am. So this is very important. So you need to know how to sell your story. Otherwise, nobody's going to listen to you. Absolutely. And I was seeing everybody engrossed when she was talking. So number one. So the second point is, as sir has rightly said, research is the new oil. But we need to know how to refine it. If you don't refine it, nobody wants the crude oil. So that is the second point. So everybody needs to know what to do with that research that they're doing. It shouldn't just be an academic exercise for you to be promoted from assistant professor to associate professor. Yeah. So the third point which I would like to tell is, my student Sankiran is here. So when I look at him, it reminds me that we have to stop exporting brains and we have to start exporting breakthroughs now. That is what exactly he's doing. So that is what we need to do. We need to stop sending the best of our people from here, and we need to make sure that they are here to make this place a better place. And the next point is, we are all, I see a lot of students so engrossed in Shark Tanks. Start scholar tanks. Yeah? We need scholar tanks. That is much more important than Shark Tanks, because as ma'am has rightly said, we need to think local, code global, and scale planetary. That is very, very important. And the last point of today is, everybody thinks that we need to come out with a product and only then we can pitch it. No. There is something called as minimum viable product, MVP. You can come out with that if you have any idea. And there are some beautiful websites like Innovation Sandbox, a controlled environment where the startups can test the disruptive ideas. Then there are the beta testing platforms like Product Hunt, Beta List, AppSumo. Use them. You also have equity and reward-based hybrid platforms like vFunder, Start Engine. There are crowd funding platforms like Kickstarter, Indiegogo. So whatever products you have in your mind, put it there and try to get seed investors. And to end with, instead of just thinking about some simple startups, we need deep tech startups. We need moonshot. We need to think big. We need to come out with something that will solve the pressing national problems like precision agriculture, clean energy, affordable healthcare, water management, rather than relying on imported or generic services. I rest my case.
So, thank you so much, all three panelists for today, Dr. Prabhu, Revati ma'am, and Professor Parameshwar. So before we close today's discussion, I would just quickly wrap it up with a few takeaways from today's session. And I hope our students who are sitting here have made their notes as well. So as we wrap up, I hope everybody has understood what could be the magic or what could be the secret recipe to bringing your idea out to the market. So make sure, like Dr. Prabhu just said, make sure that you know the art of storytelling, like Revati ma'am. Make sure that you have that idea and you're able to bring it to the world. Like we keep emphasizing, be on social media, meet people. Like Professor Param said, go out and meet the right people. Let them know what idea you have. And you never know where help may come, in which way the help may come to you. Also, focus on breakthroughs. Make sure that you be in the country, do good in the country. Like Revati ma'am said, identify what I can do along with my business to save the environment, to do something for the society, and create those breakthroughs. You never know how you may make a name for yourself through that. Apart from that, focus on those minimum viable products. If you can't really make that idea big and scalable, at least focus on that minimum viable product. And also find out the right resources where you can take help from. Like we have Innovation Sandbox and similar search platforms that are available for you to test your product and test your ideas. So with this, we wrap up today's panel discussion. Thank you so much, our panelists, Dr. Prabhu, Revati ma'am, and Professor Parameshwar. And thank you, audience, for being patient listener. Thank you, everyone.
I would request to be seated for a while, please. Check. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, our esteemed panelists on stage for joining us. And since it was an incredible session we had, we learned a lot of things. I'm sure, as Sir mentioned, that all of us will require Sir very soon for a lot of technical support as well. So looking forward for that, Sir. On a positive note. And moving ahead, I would request our MD, Ritesh Sir, and Syed Kirmani Sir to please come forward and to give a token of love to Anant Prabhu Sir. I request Syed Kirmani Sir to please join us on stage. I request Anant Prabhu Sir to please step forward. Yes, can we have a big round of applause? Thank you so much, Dr. Prabhu. So now moving ahead to felicitate our next panelist, Mrs. Revati Kamath ma'am, please come forward. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us today, ma'am, and we are really being very, very privileged to have you with us. I request Pallavi ma'am and all of us, can we have one picture, please? Prabhu sir. Thank you so much, all the panelists. Thank you, Parameshwaran sir. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am, for joining us. And now we embark on the day of purpose and progress. Let's invoke the divine blessing and mark the beginning of this enlightening journey. Now we proceed for light lamping ceremony. Lighting the lamp signifies the dispelling of darkness and ushering of in light, wisdom, knowledge, and new beginning. It gives me immense pleasure to invite our dignitaries on stage for the ceremonial lighting of lamp. I would request Ritesh sir, Saina ma'am, Syed Kirmani sir, Revati ma'am, and one of the student from student representative to come forward and please do light the lamp.
शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं सन्ध्यादीपनमोऽस्तु ते ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः ओ दीपब्रह्मरूपस्त्वं ज्योतिषां प्रभुरव्ययः आरोग्यं देहि पुत्रांश्च मतिं स्वच्छां हि मे सदा रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् रवेरस्तं समारभ्य यावत् सूर्योदयो भवेत् यस्य तिष्ठे गृहे दीप शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीप
Thank you once again, our esteemed dignitaries, for gracing the beginning. One small announcement, we would love to make it. Since Dr. Kiran Bedi was supposed to be here, but unfortunately, because of urgent commitment, she was not able to hear. But I'm sure, since being in such position, they would not disappoint us. So, ma'am would be joining us virtually in a quick while. So, moving ahead, now to further elevate the spirit of this gathering, and we have a soulful invocation performance lined up, a tradition that blends culture and consciousness. It's my pleasure to invite on stage Ms. Ritika Sarvanan, one of our talented students from GIBS, who will present a graceful invocation dance, a tribute to divine and a reminder of inner light that guides us on the journey of innovation and excellence. Let this performance set the tone for the day, filled with inspiration, insight, and impactful. Please welcome Ms. Ritika Sarvanan.
The lamp will not be taken.
dirgatong, 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 tat, tajam, tat, tajam, tat, tajam, kirta dirgatong, kirta dirgatong, kirta dirgatong, takadina tam, tak, tat, tajam, tak, tat, tajam, tak, tat, tajam, tak, kirta dirgatong, tak, kirta dirgatong, tak, kirta dirgatong, takadina tam, tat, dit, tat, tajam, tat, dit, tat, tajam, tat, dit, tat, tajam, takadiko kirta dirgatong, takadiko kirta dirgatong, takadiko kirta dirgatong.
तांडव गणपति ससिमितो मेरा 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 तांडव गणपति सदिमितो मेरा तांडव गणपति आंडवन गणपति अरुणिलावायना ஆண்டவன் கணபதி அருளிடவாயன ஆண்டவன் கணபதி அருளிடவாயன ஆண்டவன் கணபதி அருளிடவாயன ஆண்டவன் கணபதி அருளிடவாயன ஆண்டவ கணபதி அதிமிதோ என தாண்டவ गणपति नतन गणपति नलिनवे पार्थिड नतन गणपति नलिनवे पार्थिड कदिवि तोमन शिव नडन तुलिरे दसिवि तोमन शिव नडन तुल्ली नर्तन गणपति नलिनवे पार्थिडत विमितोमेन शिव नडन तुलिज नर्तन गणपति नलिनवे पार्थिडत विमितोमेन शिव नडन तुलिज तांडव गणपति सदिमितो मेन तांडव गणपति सदिमितो मेन तांडव गणपति तांडव गणपति तांडव गणपति
What a beautiful and serene performance by Ms. Ritika Sarvanan. Thank you, Ritika, for gracefully invocation the event. As we move forward, let us carry a sense of peace, energy, and purpose with us throughout the conference. After the graceful invocation, now it's the time to welcome our next guest. So, ladies and gentlemen, the next segment of our conference brings us to the presence of a truly iconic leader, Dr. Kiran Bedi. So I would request so by the time Madam joins us, can we, okay, I think Madam has joined us. The audio is not connected. Okay, I think ma'am's audio. Ma'am, are we audible, ma'am? Kiran Bedi ma'am, am I audible to you? Santosh sir, can you please unmute? Madam, good afternoon. Am I audible to you? A very good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, am I audible to you? By the time ma'am sets her audio, so before that, would love to.
बॉलीवुड की बड़ी-बड़ी एक्ट्रेस फिल्म
Okay, so before we hand it over to ma'am, I would love to read a few lines about her. Dr. Kiran Bedi is a name synonym with courage, discipline, and impactful leadership. As first woman IPS officer, former Lieutenant General of Puducherry, and a change maker in the field of governance, prison reforms, and social justice, her legacy continues to inspire millions. So before we hand over to Kiran Bedi ma'am, can we have a video, please? Ma'am, Kiran Bedi ma'am, am I audible to you? Okay. Can we play the AV, please?
वॉइस उनकी ठीक है आज उधर से
Thank you so much. Ma'am, I hope I am audible to you.
I can hear you.
Yes, great, ma'am. Thank you so much. We are really very, very blessed and privileged to have you with us today virtually, and we all are here to eagerly waiting to hear from you, ma'am, at the IRE Conference 2025. Over to you, ma'am.
I'm losing your voice.
Am I audible now, ma'am? We can hear you, ma'am. We can hear you.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Do you have a slide? Do you have a screen ready for some slides, ideas which I going to present to you? Do you have a screen ready?
Yes, it is ready, ma'am.
Okay. Do you see my first slide?
I think it's buffering. Just give me a moment, ma'am. Santosh sir?
Here. I see that you see.
There's a share option, ma'am, if you can share it from there.
Yeah, we can share it. Yeah.
I think it's perfectly fine, ma'am. It's visible.
And is it clearly visible?
Very clearly visible, ma'am.
Excellent. Let me begin by saying thank you to Professor Guru Prasad Rao, who inspired me to connect with you, albeit online. I wasn't in a position I had my personal commitments in Delhi to be present here. So I had initially said I can be only online. But, and I'm so grateful that Professor Guru Prasad Rao graciously accepted my request. I don't see him online, but I want to say thank you to him.
He's available here, ma'am.
Is he there? Is Professor Rao there?
Yes, ma'am. He's available here.
Yes, good evening, ma'am. Yes, I'm here. I'm all excited to have you with us. Thank you so much for being there.
Thank you so much. Can I run through my slides now?
Yes, please.
I want to say thank you. I've heard the panel discussion and all the illustrious panelists. Very impressive, very learning, very creative, very innovative. So all I said that I've enjoyed. Thank you for facilitating, because you were running YouTube live and I could watch you live. So now can I run through my slides? Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. We are ready, ma'am.
Okay. Now, this is what I'm focusing on as I've collected my ideas. In 15-20 minutes, I would like to finish. But these are the few ideas I have collected. As I'm a regular student, I keep learning, I keep reading, I keep making my notes. I have a very good library of my own, and therefore I focus a lot on education. So therefore the subject you gave me was very dear to my heart. Also that I believe what I'm going to share with you is what I believe in, as also in particularly the experience which I've had in administration. So here's my second slide. This is my first slide, friends. I do believe that we have to catch them young. I have heard very learned panelists. I'm only taking them a little forward. I am taking you a little before the MBAs. I'm taking you even before the BBAs. And now I'm trying to bring you from a theory class, from theory classrooms to field learning projects. Now that's where we need to begin. We begin pretty well from the schools, particularly standard 9 and 10. If we want more unicorns by the time we are 2021, and we don't export our brains to the Western world. So my suggestion is from theory classrooms to field learning projects. Now how? I have some ideas which I'm going to share with you. And what is it that education institutions can do? Now here I'm straight away coming to the package. What is it that we can do? Number one, I think what we need to do in the school level, 12th standard onwards, and even 11th and the 10th standard 9th and 10th standard onwards, we need to align our curriculum with practical learning. That means alignment of curriculum. That means we need to really look at our curriculums. The National Education Policy, I'll come to it later, which is yet to flower fully. and get accepted. I think we are more into controversies on the national education policy in many ways on languages, but we're not looking at what the real sub and substance of that national education policy is. It's aligning curriculum with practical learning. Secondly, is very inclusive learning. That's what the NEP also does. Third, it is bridging the gap between industry and classroom. We are coming to industry by the time we are already BBAs, or bachelors in marketing and bachelors in administration or businessman. I'm wanting to bridge the gap between industry and classroom. That's the 10th and the 11th standard. My fourth idea is, I'm ideating right now for you, is how do we foster innovation and critical thinking? I'm coming to some practical options as I go through my slides. Fourth is promote internships, not later, which we are doing now with the real world projects and entrepreneurship. We are promoting now. So we've started only now. So therefore, we have begun now, but well begun still, but promoting more and more internships, and not a limited number. Again, I'll explain to you what my ideation is. And not just degree, to make our schools or graduate classes, colleges, just degree factories, which has happened in the past, and that is why we became unemployable. Let me go to my next slide. First was what education institutions could do. Now is what professional institutions can do. First of all, every factory, friends, every factory has all skills, every factory. Whatever subject, whatever product, it is an all skills factory. Secondly, all corporates have component of services, all corporates. Third, corporates is companies. All services, besides technology, it includes technology. Third is all NGOs. All NGOs in this country are experiential learning. And I have been running 2 NGOs for the last 40 years. It's all experiential learning. And the word experiential learning is coming now, last few years only. We've lost out. But all NGOs in this country, you learn by experience from them. Fourth, government, it never features it. It's all projects. All projects can be part of internships. All which do not compromise security. All departments of the government are classrooms, are actually workshops. All projects which are non-security. How will a government be? I'll explain as I move on. Third category is the students. So we talked about corporates, we talked about institutions. Now I'm talking about students. Students is the pulse of our progress. We need to make them future ready, not just examination ready. That's exactly when I'm taking you back to school, because that's where you're sowing the love and hunger for practical learning, hands-on learning, workshop learning, workmanship. And you are teaching them compassion, you're teaching them kindness, you values social responsibility. I want to bring in them from the school. And if you do that, which I'm again further coming up, which teach them social responsibility, which is coming through now later on training in emotional intelligence, or the EQs as we call it. And then you talked about, the panel discussion talked substantially a lot about starting local, but thinking global. How important it is now at the moment to think global and start local as substitutes to everything we import. Anything we import, every one of us now need to know by a list, what are we importing? How many millions in dollars are we spending to import? And why can't we substitute it? So, and then those who substituted get substantially recognized and rewarded, because that's going to save foreign exchange. So with this global tariff wars, start local with those items. Even there, some of them are very small. Even small. I've noticed the other day when I went for plugging my ear protection because of the swimming. Can you believe it? It was imported. I couldn't get an Indian. My swimming glasses, it was imported. I couldn't get Indian glasses. Now, these are things which India need not import. We can become local, but thinking global. So I'm looking at a list of items which our children should have, students should have, entrepreneurs should have, MBOs should have, management associations should have. What are we importing? And why can't we instead export it and manufacture it here? So this is start local, think global. Thinking global is to save our foreign revenues and get out of this war trades, this trade wars. And then, of course, how will we connect entrepreneurial mindset? The next one is government. Then I talked about government. Since I've been a part of the government, just wish to say that this is exactly what I did as Lieutenant Governor at 21, till up to 21, 2016 to 20. I ran as a governor's office internship program for youngsters. And this is the first time a governor's office had interns watching the governor function and also the departments of the government function. So that is of course, the SCPC, but we link them with law enforcement. We link them with self-defense, civil defense now, and many other professions. Like, for instance, engineering students, which are in engineering, can be linked with public works department. Medical students can be linked with public health departments. Computer people can be linked with technology, computer labs, etc. Teachers in training can be linked with school education programs, can be linked as interns as schools. Now, what I'm saying is, this is a classroom, whatever you're teaching in the class, go and see practically. So whatever you're learning, go and see practically. If you're looking at an environment, walk the beach, go to the lakes, go to the water tanks, go to many other things, all environment. The world is full of this experiment. So take agriculture, take them to the farmhouses, take them to horticulture. At the moment, 10 standard, 9 standard should get a hands-on value and get them out of air conditioning. Let them come under the normal weather so that they learn to weather the storms, as it is said. Let's go to the next one. So what are the benefits, friends? I'm only going fast to explain, but this is every title is a subject of discussion. So what will benefit? They will learn by doing, they learn by seeing, they're learning by enterprise, they're learning by doing theory to practical, they're learning and their habits are formed. The learning is a leadership skill, which we are training them in a classroom, cannot be taught, has to be learned as they see, as they observe, and preparing them for life. And prepare it all, and it's making them understand India and its work, and manufacturing, and production, and marketing, and sales, everything that you're talking about, and even governance, even administration, even law enforcement. Let's not box them into classroom. I think it should be classrooms without walls. Walk into a factory, walk into a farm field, walk into a playground, walk into a horticulture unit, walk into nature. This is what I'm saying. Let's get the benefits for these children from class 9, 10 onwards. And if you have a 3-day school, you have 2-day practical. Go into the practicality of all that you're learning. If you teach them early on, then they will have ideas, they'll have innovations, they'll know where the problems, they'll come to the solutions, and they start thinking. You are making them think. And then when they rewrite, they won't copy chat GPTs. They will not call it chat GPT. They will not Googles. They will learn them for research. But they have seen, they've done, and they have experienced it. So the habits have been formed. Here's my next slide. What are the key takeaways for you people, for the students in the corporate sector, friends, and for my respected audience? Is number one, you will pick up strategic development early on. As I've said, it'll be about climate technology. Now you can take the higher jargon, but the key takeaways for corporates and sector is that you will start strategy development much earlier. And you will be learning from global models. China, do you know, has exemplified 985 universities. China has pumped in a lot of resources into 985 universities and targeted investments in these are select universities which can elevate national research output in global. So where do we compare? How do we compare? We are having IITs on our fingertips. No, it's all universities and maximum possible. Then, of course, the collaborative I'm talking of collaborative ecosystem. Collaboration, an ecosystem, a factory, school, playground, agriculture, surrounded with nature, even marketing. It's becoming a corporate ecosystem. It's an ecosystem. Wherever you have a major factory, it develops. In fact, the product that school could become an ecosystem and a thinker of that product in particular. Then you have policy implementation, as I said, link them with understanding how policy is made when they link themselves as internships with various government, which means a lot of transparency in the governance, which means policy changes, which secretaries, the IAS officers, the IPS, they should allow interns to join them in the departments, attend some of their meetings, and see how government governance policies are made. That's policy implementation early on. Then they will decide whether they want UPSC or they want government service or they want private sector or they want to be entrepreneurs or professions. And then we will also be nurturing urban innovation centers. India can enhance its position in global research indices and contribute significantly to advancements in critical STEM areas. Friends, this is a little for a higher level, but I want to say these are your basic takeaways, but we have to go back from schools to factories. Next slide. This is my conclusion, friends, in the time given to me, is education is not just preparation for life. It is life itself. And nation building begins the moment students see themselves not just as rote learners, but as leaders of tomorrow. And how will they see themselves as leaders of tomorrow if they don't have their hands in the till, if they don't dirty their hands very well on, and get out of the weather storms and get ready for any uncertainties of today, uncertainty in climate, uncertainty in political evils, uncertainty in the kind of peace and harmony which is now being broken. So friends, I thought this would be my conclusion, and grateful that you gave me this opportunity, Mr. Rao. I am sorry could not be with you on this day, but I thought I'd give my 2 cents to you. I know the audience is a very, very prestigious audience, and I beg your pardon, I couldn't see you in person, but I thought I'd share with you because I love education. I've continued to upskill my own education, started with the master's and honors, and then PhD, and then postdoctoral fellowship and authorship. I'm a regular student and a learner, and that is where these few, and then coupled with my administrative experience, and that's exactly what I did. And I also have been a teacher and a trainer wherever I've been. So here are my 2 cents for you, all of you, shared. I hope I have been of some value to the time you gave me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Indeed, those were very, very powerful words, and thank you so much for taking time for all of us, at least even if virtually. And your journey always continues to be a source of strength and direction for so many of us, especially the young leaders out here today at the IRE conference. Thank you so much once again, ma'am. On behalf of the entire GIBS family, we would love to express our heartfelt gratitude for being with us today. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I couldn't hear what you said, but I trust that trust has been worth the while. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much.
Please carry on with your session.
Thank you, ma'am. So, ladies and gentlemen, now it's a time to welcome a true icon, not just an Indian sport, but a spirit of perseverance, excellence, and national pride. She's someone who has inspired millions with her achievement. Her discipline and her never give up attitude. Ms. Saina Nehwal is a name that needs no introduction. She is an Olympic medalist, former world #1 badminton player, the recipient of the highest sporting honors, including Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Arjuna Award, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan. Her journey from coach of Haryana to the global stage has redefined what it means to chase dreams with courage and consistency. So before we hand it over the stage to ma'am, can we have an AV? And post which...
17th March, a date the world will remember. Because on this day, India was gifted with a powerhouse who redefined what it means to be a girl, Saina Nehwal. Born in a small town in Haryana to Harveer and Usha Nehwal, Saina was their second daughter. She started with karate, not badminton, even winning a bronze medal. Life took a turn when her family moved to Hyderabad, the city of badminton legend Pullela Gopichand. It was there that coach Nani Prasad Rao spotted young Saina and saw a spark in her. From then on, every day began at 6 a.m. with her father driving over 50 kilometers daily on a scooter, balancing work and her dream. Money was tight, training cost 12,000 rupees a month. But the Nehwal family never gave up. By 16, she became the first Indian girl to win a junior badminton championship. By 19, she was world number 2. She's won 24 national titles, a Commonwealth gold, an Olympic medal, and was crowned world number 1 in 2015. She's received the Arjuna Award, Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna, Padma Shri, and Padma Bhushan. From rejection to recognition, from a scooter to the summit, Saina's story is one of pure grit. She didn't just play for India, she changed how India plays. Because legends aren't bored. They're built one match, one struggle, one dream at a time.
Wow, that was a truly inspirational, ma'am. Over to you. We would love to hear you from.
Thank you so much for having me here, Ritesh sir and Guru Prasad sir for inviting me. And I think आपने मेरा story देख लिया होगा. How was it? I think it was quite good. I didn't know they are going to play such beautiful AV. But I think I didn't know I'll be a sports person someday. But today in Bangalore, you can see badminton has grown so much. When I started playing badminton in '99, I got to know that यहाँ पे what 200-300 courts were there, and today they have 10,000 courts in Bangalore. It's the highest in India. I'm very proud that in a country like India, where we have all of you, where we have so many people who are educated and doing really well, there are few who are actually doing well in sports and trying to do extremely well, and most of them are girls. Sorry, आज लड़कियाँ बहुत अच्छा कर रही हैं, but लड़के भी हैं, but लड़कियाँ बहुत अच्छा कर रही हैं. And it's also because of एक lady, मेरी मम्मी, जिनका ये belief था कि मैं कुछ कर सकती हूँ sports में. I was, just a normal school-going girl. I wanted to play sports, but I didn't know a housewife can dream of that. My kid can become an Olympic champion. I mean, she's a housewife thinking about के Olympic champion बनाना है.
And the best part is we have ma'am right here. So I would request if you could join us on stage, ma'am. Can we have a big round of applause for the true inspiration behind Miss Saina?
Hard work करो बोलो.
Hard work करो अच्छे से.
So I think एक हाउसवाइफ ही ऐसा ड्रीम कर सकती है. It's not easy. आजकल की मम्मियों को मैं देखती हूँ, मुझसे पूछती है, how can I make my kid a sports person? I said, forget it. First focus on your work. It's going to be impossible. आपको अपने बच्चे के पीछे 24/7 लगना पड़ेगा. It's very difficult for a working lady to give that kind of, I don't know, I can only thank her for this, what she did. Because when I was really small, like 9-10 years old, I used to go to stadium 25 kilometers up and down every day. That used to be, my day used to start at 4:30 and end by 8:30, because after that I have to come back to home, get ready, go to school, then go back again to the stadium in the evening, come back again. And then night में मम्मी start हो जाती थी 10 बजे से मेरा मसाज करने के लिए, because my legs used to hurt like anything. So she used to be awake till 4:30. पापा का सुबह का काम था, मम्मी का शाम का था. They used to take me to stadium different timings. But I didn't know, what they were thinking was Saina is very hardworking. She loves to play sports. We are going to totally support her. With only 60,000 rupees, his salary was, me and my sister. He had to take care of both of us. Never complained about anything because he knew that I loved sport like anything, and I wanted to achieve something in the sport. But till then, it was only कि national level champion बन जाएंगे, job मिल जाएगा. And that's what was the, I think, trend at that point of time, that most of the players thought, how can we beat Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, or the Asian countries. I'm sure you know how difficult badminton is in these Asian countries. But I used to be like, when China can be world number one, why not Indian? You know, why we can't do it? And in those 1-2 years when I started playing, I won the national championships. I won a lot of ranking tournaments in India. And that's when Gopi sir won the 2001 All England Championships. And that was the time when we all believed that Indian can win at the highest level. But it's only that we didn't have that kind of coaches, trainers, physios at that point of time. But things changed when Gopi sir came in. He started giving us the advice about what you have to eat, how you have to train. You don't have to kill yourself. We were killing ourselves. I was training for 12-13 hours. Imagine physically burning yourself for 12-13 hours. And the more you're good physically, your brain will work automatically. Because आप बैठे रहेंगे घर पे तो काम करता ही नहीं है दिमाग. Most of the times you're frustrated. क्या करूँ, क्या करूँ, क्या करूँ. The more you work out, the more you're in the gym, you're walking, you're talking to yourself. I feel that is when you learn a lot more. Obviously, when you get good coaches, the things change like anything. In 1-2 years, I started winning at the highest level. That's international level. Before me, I didn't have a role model to look up to, especially in the female category. I just knew about Aparna Didi and few of the other seniors who used to play, but उतना अच्छा कुछ result नहीं था. And I thought कि यही होगा शायद international level पे. But what I used to hear from my coach, my parents, is that you're capable of beating anyone. And I kept myself around these people because I knew the others are just telling me, कितना करोगे? How much will you kill yourself? It's not going to be worth it because it's very difficult to beat those players. Like my mom says, they're not robots, you can beat them. Why it is so difficult to understand that it's not that difficult, you know, you just have to work hard. I know sometimes 6 घंटे का training काफ़ी होता है, but why not pushing yourself for 7-8 hours? Why can't you do it for 9 hours when they are doing it? So that's what my attitude was. Luckily, I didn't really have to worry about my body that much because my body was supporting me. In fact, you can take the example of me and my sister. You know, at that point of time, my mom used to support her as well and say, "Tu bhi khel le sport, tu bhi kuch push kar le body ko." She used to be like, "Mummy, nahi, mera knee pain ho raha hai, I can't do it." And today she regrets and says, "Mummy, aapne mujhe push kyun nahi kiya?" She says, "I tried my level best, but she wanted to give her 100%, and you didn't try that. You said, nahi hoga mujhse," and she said, "Hoga mujhse." The only difference was hoga and nahi hoga. And imagine with that hoga attitude, I've played like 430-40 matches throughout my career. And I must have lost, so many? I have 24 international titles. And being in top 10 for almost 13 years. And it's just that, you know, it's just with that hoga word. And I just kept telling my friends and everyone over there, you just please be away from me because after losing a match also, I want to go to the gym, kill myself, and come back and sleep because I'm not going to get sleep by watching TV or having my favorite ice cream. I can only do it after winning the match. So my funda was, whenever you win a tournament, you can have whatever you want. You can do whatever you want for those 1-2 hours. After that, next day, go back to training because everyone is ready for you. You have 17-18 tournaments in a year. You're not going to win every tournament. It's going to be impossible. But the person who's losing in the first round is also there next day at 6 o'clock in the morning training because somewhere she's also dreaming that I can be the champion of some tournament or I can be world champion. But if I'm doing well, I'm already playing quarters and semis and I'm learning so much from my coaches, my parents, they're so supportive. Why can't I go next day and why should I give that unnecessary attitude, no, I'm good enough to beat anyone? No, it's not going to work that way. You have to learn every day. In fact, so many times, you know, I was lazy after winning some matches, but hats off to these Chinese, they never give up. Even after winning such difficult matches, they're there on the court for the next 1-2 hours, learning that same shot which they're perfect at. They're very good at that shot. I'm not understanding why are they doing it again and again and again. Just that next day they want it to be even more easier. They're thinking about winning every tournament. And they're successful at that. 17 में से तो 15 जीत ही जाते हैं वो लोग. But why we can't do it? And that attitude is changed from last 10, 12 years, from the time we have started performing at the highest level. You can also see the attitude is changing so much that in the last 13 years in badminton, because I am mostly in that field, so I can see the results are there every year. Every year, it's just that we have changed the attitude of thinking that कि हमसे नहीं होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा? Especially the girls, I found out that initially when I was in the school and all, they used to say, we have those difficult days, we have some pains, we can't do this, we can't do that. I'm like, just change here, change your mindset here. First, believe in yourself, have good food, do some yoga, do some training. You can get out of it. When we can play finals of such big tournaments in those days, you cannot come out and train a little bit. It's just that you have to make your mind so strong that you have to give competition to the boys. Why not? They are strong, I know. Boys are strong. But आप उनको अगर 30-40% भी competition दे देंगे ना, तो you will win in whatever category you are at. They are your best competitors. Your father, your brother, your friend, anyone. आप उनको बिना बोले उनसे साथ competition कीजिए और बाद में मजाक कर लीजिए है ऐसे ही कर रहे हैं. But give them competition. Try to challenge them in the field you are. You know, sometimes my friends keep telling me, why are you running faster than me? You run faster than me, I will be behind you. What is there in that? But I'm thinking about beating my category girls. But अगर मैंने उससे साथ वो competition दे दिया, he will also be thinking a girl is giving me competition. But in tournaments, I am winning. I am happy. I am thankful to them that you are running faster than me and you are pushing my limits as well. So I think इधर पढ़ाई में भी, when I see जब दूसरे लड़के अच्छा करते थे, ये लड़कियाँ अच्छा करती थी, I used to be there in the school and I'm like taking notes from them and I'm like, please give me some advice. I used to obviously take from girls, but when boys के पास जाके तुम्हारा idea क्या है यार, तुम भी बताओ. So it's always nice to gain knowledge that way. In sport, there's मतलब वहाँ पे कुछ ज़्यादा rocket science नहीं है. You know you have to work hard. You know you have to be doing this, doing that, and results will come. And I know that if the smashes are harder, boys के smashes harder हैं, jump उनके और high हैं. But if I'm little close to that, I know that I can be world championship in women category. I can win the world championship. And that's what happened, I think, that attitude, because initially we didn't have so many girls who were doing well. But those boys, I want to thank all of them, that they have made me to a level where there are actually now so many girls who want to achieve and do well. Mostly Haryana से ही आ रही है, I don't know why. I really want other states also to come up, but Haryana में obviously you can find those strong, genes थोड़े से रहते हैं, but South में भी लड़कियाँ कम नहीं है, बहुत अच्छा कर रही हैं, and future में I'm sure there will be a lot more champions. But in all these years, what I've learned is you will lose so many times. That we will forget if you win those important ones. But you have to keep losing to keep learning. But जब आप जीतेंगे ना, उस टाइम पे अगर आपने सीख लिया तो आप कभी हारेंगे भी नहीं. I'll give you in writing, if you keep learning from each and every failure of yours and you go and discuss with your parents. Parents भी कभी कभी सही advice नहीं देंगे आपको. आपका मन शांत नहीं होगा. They will tell you you are capable enough to achieve, you will do this, that. थोड़ी ना इतना easy होता है बोलने से. Finally, you have to give your 100%, right? You are the one who is going to push yourself. Parents तो बोल देते हैं, उनको easily बोलना आ जाता है, coach बोल देगा कि तू मेरे लिए world champion है. But finally, you will have to prove on the court. You will have to prove in the difficult situation. On the court, you are there for 1.5, 2 hours. Your coach is there behind you, but he's not playing. He'll give you advice. But to imply it on court is finally your decision, your attitude. And that can only happen if you're prepared well, if you have trained well. So whenever I used to train, I used to believe that if you have trained well enough, if you're trained 100%, you're not going to lose any match. You're just going to be present in every moment of the match. And that's what happens. Most of the players go with 50-50 training and they feel that हम जीत सकते हैं, but ऐसा कभी भी नहीं होता है. आप 100% ट्रेनिंग करेंगे या 100% से भी ऊपर करेंगे, I can guarantee you कि आप कभी फेल होके आएंगे ही नहीं. इनफैक्ट आप अपना भी माइंड यूज़ कर सकते हैं. आपको कोचिंग के लिए प्लेयर्स मतलब कोचेस तो रहेंगे ही, बट फाइनली आपका ब्रेन भी उतना ही फास्ट काम करेगा एंड रिजल्ट्स आपके साथ होंगे. बट फॉर दैट I think we are sports persons, so we can say कि हम 10-12 घंटे जिम फिजिकल वर्कआउट कर सकते हैं. बट you people have so much of time to spend, मतलब आपका जो जॉब होंगे या डिफ़िकल्ट टाइम होगा. बट मेक श्योर यू मेक आउट लाइक एटलीस्ट अपने लिए 1 घंटा अगर आप निकाल लेंगे कहीं दिन में, या 30 minutes ऑल्सो, try and work out, because workout will make your mind fresh. That's going to really help you to study or whatever you want to do. पढ़ाई भी नहीं है, किसी चीज़ में ही फोकस करना हो तो वर्कआउट इज़ रियली गोइंग टू हेल्प यू, गुड फूड इज़ रियली गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. एक डाइट से आप इतना पॉजिटिव फील कर सकते हैं दैट आई कैन टेल यू विद ऑल द ईयर्स ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस. बट फाइनली इज़ द फिजिकल वर्कआउट हो गया, 30 मिनट्स वॉक हो गया. नॉर्मल वॉक की बजाय आई वुड से इंक्लाइन वॉक कर लीजिए और फास्ट आपका जो फैट है बर्न होता है उसमें. देन यू कैन ऑल्सो डू गुड हैवी वेट्स. आई एम श्योर बॉयज़ मस्ट बी डूइंग इट, बट लड़कियों को भी बोलना चाहूँगी कि हैवी वेट्स ज़रूर कीजिए. इट विल मेक यू स्ट्रॉन्ग, यू विल फील स्ट्रॉन्ग फिजिकली, एंड देन रेस्ट ऑल द थिंग्स विल लुक एक्चुअली मोर ईजियर इन लाइफ. फाइनली एवरीथिंग इज़ अबाउट फिजिकल वर्कआउट, मेंटल वर्कआउट, योर डाइट. देन एवरीथिंग एल्स आई कैन गारंटी हो कि बहुत ईजी लगता है, कुछ डिफिकल्ट लगता नहीं है लाइफ में. तो ये आधा घंटा 40 मिनट्स, काफ़ी लोगों से मैंने सुना है टाइम नहीं है, हम बहुत मुश्किल है, जॉब में चले जाते हैं, ये वो. बट अगर आप टाइम निकालना चाहें ना तो मिल ही जाता है 30 मिनट, चाहे वो रात के 12 बजे क्यों ना हो. कभी कभी मैच हार के हम 1 बजे आते थे, 2 बजे जाके रनिंग कर लेते थे. सो यू कैन जस्ट मेक आउट दैट हाफ एन आवर फॉर योर सेल्फ एंड आई एम श्योर यू बी फिट एंड फाइन, हेल्दी. रेस्ट आई एम श्योर यू आर गुड एट वॉट यू आर, बट आई कैन ओनली से होगा इज़ द वर्ड which can change a lot of things. And girls out there, be strong, be confident, and I'm sure you all are doing really well. And boys, you're anyways good. Good luck. Good luck.
Thank you so much. I would request you to stay back for a moment. But I must say that I think most of our students would have the goosebumps when you spoke there. And it's always seems so easy to play on screens, right? You feel, yeah, it's easy, kya badi baat hai, ye shot खेल लो, वो shot. I'm sure the level of energy which it takes and the level of practice which it takes behind the scenes, I'm sure none of us can't even imagine about it. So a heartfelt thank you for that. And I'm sure your keynote was as much like your game, with full of clarity, strength and purpose. To honor your presence with us today, may I request Ritesh sir to please come forward and felicitate Ms. Saina on stage, please. Can we have a big round of applause? I think this is not the energy of GIBS. Can we have a big round of applause? Thank you. Thank you so much, Ms. Saina, for being with us. It's an honor to have with you. So we would look forward that we stay associated very frequently. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to celebrate ideas, leadership, and innovation here at IRE Conference 2025, now it's a time to hear from the visionary who laid a very foundation of this platform. A leader who believes that education is just not about degrees. It's about purpose, direction, and creating an impact. Those who believe in dreams, their success becomes a story, and that continues to inspire people for generation. The story of Mr. Ritesh Goyal from a Hindi medium to IIM Bangalore is something very, very similar, which incites him to do something big in life because of his self-confidence, passion, and determination. Mr. Goyal is a multifaceted talent. He is the founder and managing director of prestigious GIBS Group, a serial entrepreneur, business coach, author, and above all, he is an inspiring business leader. His top ventures are Goyal Educational Trust, Global Institute of Business Studies, GIBS Business School, Pathfinder Value Creations Private Limited, GIBS Social Foundation Trust, GIBS Corporate Academy Private Limited, which spread across India, Delhi, and Pune. The important awards and achievement backed by Ritesh sir are Business Icon Award by Outlook, Business Spotlight, honored as India Top 40 Under 40 in Education, awarded by Asma Group and College Dunia, Best Educationist Award received by Sharmila Tagore at World Education Summit, and many more. He has been recognized by the top personalities like Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh, Chetan Bhagat, Sharmila Tagore, Mr. Yaduveer Vadayar, and the King of Mysore, and more. The story of three brothers is featured in Hindustan Times, Business World, Times of India, and many more. He's been also appointed as an advisory board member for the Global Business Federation, Dubai, Siam Institute, Nepal, and Asra Hospitals, Bangalore. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Ritesh Goyal, the Managing Director of GIBS Business School, to address the gatherings, please. Over to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon students. So I'm little nervous, to be very frank. It was a dream for me to stand on even a very, very small stage once upon a time. And from there, the journey of IIM Bangalore, and then felicitating the top personalities, and then starting with the GIBS group, it was like a dream. And trust me, if somebody says that, are you satisfied? Aap santusht ho kya? I would say, every day I say something, I would like to tell you, the attitude of gratitude brings great things. So the day starts with Krishna Bhagwan, Sai Baba, Pavan Putra Hanuman, माँ दादाजी सभी पितृगण, पापा मम्मी, मेरे तीनों भाई, our पितृगणा, thank you so very much for giving us beyond our expectation. Thank you God, thank you universe, thank you divine. And trust me, if you start your day with the gratitude, whatever you have dreamt in your life will come to you. So, and I would like to start with two important lines. मैंने सीखा है समुद्र से जीने का सलीका, चुपचाप से बहना और अपनी मौज में रहना. So this is me, Ritesh Goyal, founder and managing director of the GIBS group. Since I think the March, it has become the GIBS group. It was only a GIBS business school. So recently we have entered in the real estate industry and hospitality industry. And now we are spreading our wings, to the multiple cities, or in fact, I would say the multiple countries of the world. And so it is, honor and privilege to be here amongst all the top personalities, corporate leaders, faculties, and the future leaders. My heartfelt gratitude to all the people behind GIBS, and specifically, the IRE, the word IRE, the IRE conference. So I remember a few days back, somebody told IRE is a negative word. So, the meaning of IRE is anger. And I got that message that it gives a negative meaning. Trust me, IRE is the result of an anger. It is a result of an anger in 2020. It was a peak COVID time. So everybody was like sitting at home. We were not having anything from top to bottom. Everybody, was sitting at home. But trust me, all 50 days of lockdown, we were there in our campus, and we made sure that there are about 1,450 lights and fans and ACs. We three brothers used to go to the campus, and in the morning we used to tell our people, please switch on all the lights so that I feel that my campus is operational. And all the 50 days we traveled to our campus, and I feel that this is the belief system. I always talk about the law of attraction. I am a man of manifestation. I am a product of manifestation. So the law of attraction really works. There are three words which are very, very important in law of attraction. The first one is ask. Second one is believe. And the third one is receive. I am the biggest beggar of the world. And trust me, I am. And I mean it. In our Marwadis, we say, जब आपकी भूख शांत हो गई मतलब आप मारवाड़ी नहीं हो. You're getting my point? So, bhuk means ask. You have to ask. You always ask. And trust me, if you ask, you receive. Whatever you ask. If you look at my mobile screen, I have written it as the richest man of India. This is my mobile screen. And second important line I have written in the month of, I would say 4th April to be very precise, fittest man of India. On 3rd April, I got to know that I'm 100 kgs. And then last 50 days, I have worked very, very, very hard, and I have reduced about 13.5 kgs. And as madam was talking about, the diet, the hard work or the commitment towards anything. So that is something which really makes you very, very, very big. And we talk about struggles. We talk about a lot of, what you call the hurdles in life. Every hurdle, every struggle will make you big. The moment my brother calls me, कि भाई ये problem हो गया, campus में problem हो गया, office में problem हो गया, and you know how do I react? This is the permanent, now we are going to get the permanent solution for this particular problem. Every problem brings the permanent solution. Any problem. If you look at the history of GIBS, we have lost many key people, we have lost money, we have lost our brand at once upon a time, but we have never stopped. Consistency is something which really brings a glory in your life. I always talk about overthinking. We always say, in most of the interviews, I see that interviews are talking about overthinking. I always say overthinking is an art of thinking which does not exist. Overthinking is something which stops us from doing or taking a lot of actions. If you take actions, you get clarity. Clarity breeds mastery. So, done is better than perfect. You don't need to be, the perfect at everything. So that is something what I personally believe in. Again, I talk about manifestation. I'm sure the people who will be listening me again and again, they are bored of manifestation, imagination, visualization, affirmation. But trust me, this is the reality. I still remember our relatives used to say, for me, like I was the first person who got spectacle in my family. My two brothers are there, Ravi and Pradeep. They never want to come on stage. I keep finding for them. And their only apprehension is, Jindagi mein kabhi stage pe mat bulana humko. So we want to play from the backside. And our relatives used to say, ek langda, ek andha aur ek pagal. Kya karega? Aaj langda is the group langda is the group director for the marketing and PR. And the pagal is the director of administration for the entire group. And Andha is CMD of the entire group. I personally believe, अगर आपको कोई भी ताना मारता है, विषय कि मुझे टॉन्ट कर रहा है, I think घर में वो एक बहू होती है ना जिसको सास टॉन्ट करती है. Trust me, दुनिया में वही बहू बड़ी बनती है. Taunt is very, very important in life. आपके ऊपर जब तक कोई ताना नहीं मारेगा, जब तक आपको सुनाएगा नहीं, तब तक आपका अंदर का हीरो जागेगा नहीं. That is something very, very, very important. And what we are thankful to our family who has taunted us all the time. I started my career with a salary of 9,500 rupees in 2009 in Bangalore. And we come from a family जहाँ पे मेरे फादर ने अपना एक छोटा सा घर आपने वीडियो में देखा होगा, वो अपना घर बेच के मुझे पढ़ने के लिए भेजा था. And my younger brother is there, Ravi. इसकी सैलरी होती थी 1,500 rupees. And his first job was mopping the floor in a shop, Katra के अंदर, Vaishno Devi. And then he got into the Rudraksh business as an employee only, and his last drawn salary was 6,000 rupees. And then I said, यार 6,000 से ज़्यादा तो कमाई लेंगे, तू Bangalore आजा. And this is how he came to Bangalore. And trust me, you know what happened after coming to Bangalore? We fought for at least 3 months. इसने मेरे को बोला, why did you call me to Bangalore? Nothing is there for me. वहाँ पे मैं 6,000 रुपए कमा रहा था. I was making 6,000 rupees over there. But somehow we could manage with a brand called Pathfinder. And I still remember 2011-12, it was the hottest cake of the market. We had a team of about 275 people in Pathfinder. All the top institutions were our partners. And then, Pradeep Goyal, the youngest one, who has a polio in one leg and who is heading, the marketing and the entire PR for the institution. What you see is the man, Pradeep is behind it. And I still remember he was in engineering, and during the engineering, once he was supposed to come to my hometown, Bhadra in Rajasthan from Jodhpur. And he was not carrying the ticket. So I told him that, Pradeep, can I send you the ticket on email? And his reaction to that was, by email kya hoti hai? What is an email? And I literally got fed up that, you are studying outside, the institution which he has studied was MBM Jodhpur, which has been now converted into IIT Jodhpur. And his reaction was like, यार इसको भेज दिया, कहीं गलती तो नहीं कर दी जोधपुर भेज के, ये पूछ रहा ईमेल क्या होती है. And today he is heading the entire digital marketing for our group. And trust me, it is one amongst the top digital marketing if we compare it with all the institutions in Bengaluru. You can, and openly I challenge you that you can just, I'm sure the digital marketers can find it out if you compare it with the top universities also of Bengaluru. So we come in top 5 institutions as per the digital marketing things. So, I'll be talking a little bit about IRE. IRE, in last few years, about 4 years, we have conducted about 750 plus. With number, it is available on Google, it is available on our Facebook or other pages. 750 plus talks, where we have hosted about 100 plus Shark Tank fames. We have hosted almost 50 plus Josh Talk speakers. We have hosted about 50 plus, TEDx speakers. And you name who is who. The day before, he or she used to be at Shark Tank pitching the idea, and the next day we used to call him either in online or offline in GIBS group. So that was, something which we started as an IRE talk, and today we have IRE podcast where we have hosted about 100 plus guests, and recently we have hosted CJ Roy sir, and it was an amazing meeting with CJ Roy sir, the chairman of Confident Group. And trust me, sir, after meeting you, I have become vulnerable in last few days. Trust me. The kind of, I would say the style, I'm following you very, very closely. And my habit is that if I meet any great person or the big person, I commit to myself कि इनसे बड़ा बनना है ज़िंदगी में. And that is something I do it. And that made me to enter in real estate, and I would say on the larger scale. And so that is all about us. And going forward, we have a lot of plans for IRE. We have a lot of plans for the GIBS group, and I'm sure I'll keep sharing with you all. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ritesh sir. I'm sure that was so powerful and heartful address. Every time you speak, you remind us why GIBS is just not a business school. It's a movement, it's a mission, and it's a mindset. So thank you once again, leading us by example for driving force behind the everything possible we are all celebrating here at GIBS IRE Talks, IRE Conference 2025. And now it's a time to celebrate the most cherished moment of IRE 2025, an occasion to honor a true legend whose legacy has lasted the impact on the world of sport, but also in the heart of millions. The Lifetime Achievement Award is just not an award. It's a tribute to a journey marked by discipline, excellence, and service. And it's presented to the individuals whose work life has been only achieved greatness, but not inspired greatness in others. So now, today we have an incredible honor of presenting this award to the name that echoes in the Indian cricket history, Mr. Syed Kirmani, sir. So I would request everyone can we have a standing ovation for Syed Kirmani, sir, for being with us here. A cornerstone of India's 1983 World Cup cricket team, Mr. Kirmani is regarded as one of the finest wicket-keepers the country ever had produced. His career was built on precision, quiet resilience, and consistency, the qualities that continue to resonate behind the pitch. He is the recipient of Padma Shri and has also represented India with grace, both as athlete and as well as a gentleman of the sport. More than just he states, it's dignity which he has created the game that makes him. So I would also request Ritesh sir and Saina ma'am to please join us. I request everyone to please be seated. Thank you so much. I request Saina ma'am and Ritesh sir to please join us on stage to felicitate Syed Kirmani sir. Ready, sir? Thank you so much, Kirmani sir, for joining us. I would request so since with respect to the time of Ms. Saina ma'am, she's she'll have to fly back again. So with due respect to that, I would request we'll move ahead with our awardees for this IRE conference. So the first award goes to, I would request our CJ Roy sir to please come on stage. CJ Roy sir's trophy, please. CJ Roy sir is a founder of Confidence Group. I'm so sorry, sir. Apologies, I'm not reading out the profiles. With due respect to the time. List नहीं है मेरे पास. Okay. The next, I would request Pramod Madhavraj sir, the former Minister of Fishery and Youth Empowerment and Sports in Government of Karnataka. I would request sir to please come forward. Can we have a big round of applause? Can we have Vinit Verma sir, Managing Director of World Trade Center, Bangalore, Kochi and Chennai. The next, I would request Sara Fatima ma'am, IPS, Deputy Commissioner of Police, South East Bangalore City, to please come forward on stage. I would request Mr. Nandan Nimpe to please come forward. I'm sorry, it's Nivedan Nimpe to please come forward. The founder of Ereka Tea, which works in India, USA and UK. Next, we have Mr. Ganesh Karan, the playback singer and a content creator. Can we have a big round of applause going? And to represent Mr. Pradeep G. Pai, the founder and treasurer of Hangyo Ice Creams, the MD. On behalf of sirs, we have his son addressing this. We would request you to please come forward, sir. Can we have a big round of applause? And very, very quickly, we'll have just last 3 awards only for our students. So we have second winners up to please come forward. Team 3, quick. And these are the 3 teams which got shortlisted from 32 teams which has participated. I congratulate all the team members, and I also congratulate the teams which could not make it to the stage. But guys, you have made it really wonderful things backstage. Congratulations to each one of you who've been here and made the show great success. The next team is from Team Dabba. And the winners of IRE Conference 2025. All right, so the winners of IRE Conference, Brickcraft Team 1. So we have a big round of applause. Think Tank, the team Think Tank. I would request Ravi sir and Pradeep sir to please come on stage. Ravi sir, Pradeep sir. Last one picture we'll have. We are done with the award. So we'll have one picture with the 3 brothers, Can we have a big round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Saina, for being here. We understand your busy schedule. Thank you so much for joining in. We would love to invite Syed sir back on stage. Just for 2 minutes, we would love to hear from you, sir. If you could join us on stage, it would be really great. Thank you so much. Can we have a mic, please? Can we have a big round of applause for Dr. Syed Kirmani, sir, on stage? Mic, please.
December 1949, in Bangalore, Kirmani was a young boy who watched
Mr. Ritesh Goyal and his family and his team, distinguished galaxy of dignitaries who are present here, and my dear students. I have not much of a time to be here. Well, of course, I'm not a speaker. I'm a guy who would like to face 100,000 crowd on the field, but off the field with the dignitaries and the, what should I say, the highly qualified business people around. I can't say I'm nervous because facing 100,000 itself is a nervous thing, but nevertheless, I thank Ritesh Goyal and his family and his team for honoring me on this wonderful occasion. And of course, there has been a lot of contrast between Saina Nehwal and my upbringing and my climb to success. ज़मीन आसमान का जो फ़र्क होता है ना उतना ही फ़र्क है. There was nobody to encourage me. There was nobody to tell me play cricket. Right? So on those bases, I used to cycle around, walk around, go to the school and play house game. Not to go into the greater detail, I have to rush for a very important, very family friend of mine who passed away this morning. I have to go for his funeral. So on that count, I should be leaving you all. I once again thank Ritesh Goyal and his team for honoring me on this wonderful occasion. And my dear students, you have plenty of to take from all those inspirational and motivational the points which were given by all those inspiring and motivational individuals who you just heard. Important thing is to introspect yourself on a day-to-day basis. Try and recall tonight when you go to bed, particularly to the students, not only to the students, it's for one and all, right? Talk to yourself. That is introspecting. Analyze yourself. If you can repeat whatever has been told by all those motivational and inspirational personalities, if you can repeat every word, that means you have a good memory power. This will improve your knowledge as well. So that's the way to progress. Keep fighting. No giving up in whatever field you're in. All the very best of luck, and God bless you all with good health, happiness, and long life. And of course, without forgetting to wish Ritesh Goyal and his family and the entire team who have been instrumental in bringing about such luminaries to motivate and inspire you all. With last two words, aspire to inspire. With these two words, I say goodbye to all of you and wish you all success and happiness in life. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed powerful and heartfelt address. Now, I would love to invite our yet another dynamic founder and an industry leader, chairman of Confident Group, a leading multinational conglomerate with operations in India, UAE, and US. Under his visionary leadership, the group has grown to a real estate firm to a power of spanning construction, hospitality, aviation, entertainment, and education. Known for his ethical business practices, zero debt policy, Dr. CJ Roy has delivered over 200 plus projects and won thousands of hearts of customers. Beyond business, he is also a philanthropist and serves as an honorary counsel for Slovak Republic in Bangalore. So, sir, we would love to hear from you. Please come on to us, and can we have a big round of applause for Dr. CJ Roy?
Check. Good evening to all the dignitaries. This gentleman has given me exactly 300 seconds to talk, right? And 30 minutes to prepare because I didn't know what to talk. So let me talk about the subject today, which is IRE. Innovation is very specific, research is also very specific. I can definitely talk about entrepreneurship because I created Confident Group. If I tell you that I started with a 30-40 site, and today I have 1,000 acres of land. And all this was done in transparent way, in a very, very transparent way. But one thing I would like to tell you youngsters is that first 25 years you are studying. Next 35 years could be your productive time. So 35 into 365 days, it is 12,775 days. Leap years 10, it is 13,785 days. So as an entrepreneur, with my experience of 22 years, what I would say is that have a balance between three things: your work, your entrepreneurship, your home, and your personal time, me time. Divide these three things properly, and don't take your office problem to home and home problem to office. And don't forget to celebrate life, because if you don't celebrate your life, who is going to celebrate that? So I spend a lot of money on myself. I buy the best of the cars and I travel only by first class. And I do all of that because I work to enjoy life. So don't forget to enjoy your life. And there is a concept that people say that you have to be very conscious. You travel by economy class. I have a small difference of opinion. If I can buy a business or a first class ticket, if I'm traveling in economy class ticket, then I'm stealing a poor man's ticket. A poor man who can only afford an economy class ticket, I'm going and sitting in his seat and saying that I'm a great man, I'm a simple man, I'm so nice. I would rather say that buy a first class ticket, walk into economy class and say that go and sit in my first class, I'll travel by economy class. That is going to be, what you're saying, that simplicity. So I say that as youngsters today, simplicity is not a must. If you're working, spend well, don't reduce your expense, increase your income. Take care, bye-bye.
Wow, what a message that was to close with. Thank you so much, sir, for being there. And I must say, as Dr. CJ Roy says, never cut down on your expenses. Raise your bars with your incomes, and that is what we all are here for. Thank you so much for joining in, sir. And our next, the leader is Mr. Pramod Madhavraj. He is a well-known politician and an entrepreneur from Udupi, Karnataka. Currently, he serves as an MLA and was a Ministry of State for Fisheries, Youth Empowerment and Sports, where he introduced Karnataka's first sports policy and worked for fishermen's welfare. Alongside politics, he is also proprietor of Rajfish Mill and Oil Company, India's largest in its sector, and leads several other businesses through his charitable trust. He supports healthcare, community welfare. His journey reflects strong leadership and deep social commitment. Please put your hands together to welcome Mr. Pramod on stage, please. Can we have a big round of applause for Pramod sir on stage, please?
Good evening. I'm really privileged to be a part of this August gathering, especially to see the students who have a great future in the days to come. When I was a young boy, I had the opportunity of listening to Nani Palkewala, the best legal luminary of India, about 35, 40 years ago. 95% of what he spoke, I couldn't understand. I could understand only one sentence that he spoke. He said, now, that is about 35 years ago, it is not the survival of the fittest, it is now the survival of the best informed. Whoever has the best information will survive. And that was the time when information, technology, IT, BT, etc. was never heard of. Look at the vision of that great man. So today you are lucky to be in such an institute where you are exposed to listen to all the greatest people and learn from them. This is what this great institute has contributed to all the students who have come here. Two reasons I'm here. One reason I'm here is because of Guru Prasad Rao. I don't know, they're all gone with the VIPs. He is from my place, Udupi. He had sent a message to me when I was MLA that some road has to be done to his house. I got it done in 4 days. So that is why, with that in mind, he has called me and I could be here. And also today, the Lifetime Achievement Award was given to Syed Kirmani. When I was the sports minister, we had 2 awards, Ekalavya Award and Karnataka Krida Ratna Award to be given. But the awards were never given to the people who really deserved it. It was all going by influence. You know how politicians influence, how people influence to get awards. I stopped that culture. For the Ekalavya Award, I appointed Syed Kirmani as the chairman of the selection committee, and I told him nobody is going to interfere, you just go by merit. And I put one more rider, none of the Ekalavya Awards should go to any cricketer, because cricket has been given lots of importance. It is for other sports to be given importance. Otherwise, he would have given at least 10 awards to his cricket friends. So, with these few words, let me tell you, the world is changing every 3 years now. When I was young, it took 30 years for the world to change. Now, in every 3 years, the world is changing. So, you know, when you come out of the college, the world has changed so much that you would have been outdated. So remember this, it is a responsibility of the institute as well as the students to be ready for the changing world, which is not the same as when you have entered the college. By the time you leave the college, it would be something different. So you have to pull up your socks. With these words, I conclude. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, sir. And it's an absolute honor to have we are so privileged to have such a wonderful people with us today. And I understand, I'm sure everybody could understand this. The time which every minute of each one of the celebrities who's sitting here are very, very big. So you cannot get to hear such people again and again. So guys, it's a time for you to learn as much as you can. And I would say each word which has been spoken, it is kind of, you should have carved it in a golden letters in your houses or in your books. Because believe me, this is a golden opportunity I would say I am privileged and honored to be on the stage where I am hearing all such a wonderful people out here. So without taking much time, moving ahead, our next speaker, awardee, and I would say a person with whom we always look forward for any kind of a challenge. The moment we see some challenge, we say, let's dial 100, right? The moment when we say there is a challenge, let's call police. But please don't forget, behind that number, there are humans who are working day in, day out for all our safety, for every small thing right here. So today we have Ms. Sara Fatima, the IPS, serves as Deputy Commissioner of Police, Southeast Bangalore City, a 2014 batch officer. She's also known for a proactive policing, strong leadership, and commitment to public safety. With a focus on women's safety, community outreach, crime prevention, she's also introduced innovative measures to strengthen the law enforcement and public trust. Her calm yet firm approach has earned her respect as one of the Bangalore's most dedicated police officers. Ma'am, we are really honored to have you. We would love to welcome you on stage. Can we have a big round of applause to welcome Ms. Sara Fatima on stage, please?
Ellarigu namaskara. All the dignitaries, the institution associated with all the faculty, non-faculty, the management, and dear students. I was just thinking here, all the achievers are there. Police addressing the achievers is something weird. But they are not here now. Before I could start, I would like to tell you with the quote, success doesn't come from what you do continuously. It comes only what you do consistently. So these were the achievers whom they have awarded today is their consistency and perseverance dedications. These are your live examples. And today here addressing you, it's a privilege. It's an opportunity for you and for me to learn from our difficult times, difficult situations, how to come over and beat that ceiling. I do address a lots of students. We have changed the perseverance of the police face. The new system, what we have evolved here is we reach to each and every educational institutions, police going to you to address the students. Every month, last 3 working days, we have dedicatedly kept for the outreach to the educational institutions. To teach you on the new cyber crime, cyber laws, safety, narcotics, the menace of the society. While they introduced me as a police to dial 100, yes, something have changed. Here we are looking for innovations, research and entrepreneurship. The main thing is 100 is defunct now. It's 112. All over India, same number, it is 112. It is your emergency response system. 112 is our life example for you all to study how innovations can change our government departments. This is the same number when you dial. We have a dedicated teams which work at the back ends. We have taken the help from the corporates. We have outsourced our system where along with the police, private persons works 24/7. They are the call takers and the call dispatchers. On the road, the system is connected to our emergency response vehicles. Those are the hoislers, which used to be as a patrolling vehicles. At Bangalore city, with this congestion of the traffic, our response time is below 5 minutes at your distress call. So this is one of the best innovations where the technology is used in every department. And if you get an opportunity, do visit our traffic management centers and our 112 centers, then you understand how the innovations and technology is helping today in all the government departments. And we have a system also where we have downloaded the app system. It's your Suraksha app for the safety of women, where if you do not have a phone call also, without your phone also, there are the poles which we have kept for your Suraksha poles. You can just buzz that button. There are cameras connected in the safety islands. Without your phone call also, our command center takes a location and immediately within 5 minutes, the HSLS reaches to you. There are more than 51 safety islands where you can make use of it, you can test. And also in the night journeys for the safety of both men and women, from the Karnataka State Police, there is an app called Suraksha app. If you are not able to call when you are in trouble, just click your camera on your camera, take the location of the camera, just click the button send. That video clipping reaches a command center. With the Google locations, our Hoysala teams reaches to you. These are the few basic innovations what our department has come from the British era till today. And to address the students, I'll just take a few minutes because you are the future of our country. Our country has the youngest generations. Our society needs you. You are the best talents which our country is in need of it. Most of you don't think of entering the government jobs. This is the time you have to pitch in. You have to give a face over to all the departments. You cannot crib at the back and you cannot sit, Sarkari naukri aisi hoti hai. No. You all have to come forward. You all have to put your brains, give the best so that the society gets the best results. I was also just like a student. I used to sit, watch, listen. When the serial of Doordarshan comes, we used to watch that Udaan serial. So I was thinking, oh, probably it's not my job kind. After I finished graduation, as everyone said, we do not have good mentors. Yes, way back 15 years ago, even I didn't know who was my mentor. I started writing exams. When I got into the service, I went for the training to the police, Karnataka Police Academy. Me coming from a Muslim background family, I was very protected. I never went alone to the school. My father used to drop and used to pick. When I went to the academy, I didn't know anything. I was not at all into sports. Everything was new for me, from swimming to horse riding to everything. We were 4 girls, but 2 of them have done all this earlier. But still, they used to look up at me, whether Sarah will be able to do it. If she is able to do it, then yes, we will also able to do it. With that journey, when I finished my basic training in the academy, then I got to know that I was the first Muslim officer to get into the post. And there were no other ladies at that time. And today, when I'm in Bangalore city, there are 8 law and order divisions, and I'm the only lady officer who is serving in law and order in Bangalore city. Why I'm telling you this is there is a huge gap. Still we talk of 33.3% women reservations, but still there is a lot of scope for the, especially young girls, to come into the departments, to pitch, to raise your voice, to stand with the weaker sections. Because our society needs the transformation, the generations are changing, the technology is changing, the concept of development has changed. But still, our police department has come so much ahead from the British era. When you young generations come into it, probably we can have the best things in our department. So I look forward each and every one of you, when you get an opportunity, please join civil services, make one of the best societies, leave a landmark to your institutions, to the places from where you have come. I have come from a place which is known for the tabligh. When I look at back, everyone asks me, oh really, you are from that place? Yes, I come from Banu. This is a small town from Mysore district. When I used to go to school, it was a skirt and the uniform was check shirt and the skirts. None of the Muslims used to wear. But my parents, they allowed us. Because of them, because of their hard work, I'm here today. So wherever, whichever field you are, never give up your roots, your basics, your parents, your culture. Your culture is your identity. Your parents are your strength. Your society is your identity. Saying all this, I thank each one of you for having a patient listening and giving me an opportunity to address you. And looking forward, each one of you to join hands so that we can have a better society, a very good state, Karnataka state. And not the less, among all in India, Karnataka police has been rated as #1 for their delivery services. So if you join hands, so probably we will be still more best in all the innovations what the present society looks forward. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm sure whatever best way possible, we will certainly contribute to the system of the entire Karnataka police and our security systems. Thank you so much. So moving ahead with our next speaker for the evening, or awardee, the IRE awardee, Mr. Ganesh Karant. He is a popular content creator, YouTuber, as well as a playback singer for his vibrant personality and versatile talent. He has big fan following on the social media, and he is one of the renowned voices in the Kannada movie industry. So let's welcome Mr. Ganesh on stage, please.
Eldrigu namaskara. He has clearly told me I have 120 seconds to talk. Well, I am Ganesh Karant. So those who are Kannadigas, and if you are on social media, you might have seen me on TV or Instagram, YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, I'm a playback singer. I'm an engineer. I'm a YouTuber. I run 2 YouTube channels. One is dedicated for cricket. I'm a huge fan of cricket. And of course, Guru Prasad sir is a huge fan of cricket. So I got to know about Guru Prasad through our cricket interest. Big thanks to GIBS Business School for calling me here, recognizing my work and honoring me. And along with, like, I shared the same stage along with the legends like Syed, Kirmani sir and Saina, Nehwal. So it feels surreal. I'll cherish this moment forever. Once again, thank you so much, GIBS Business School. All I can say is don't limit yourself. If you have talent, the world is yours. So try your level best to achieve in each and every field. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ganesh, for keeping it very, very short. So thank you. And moving ahead with our next speaker for the evening. This leader is again into one of the renowned industries of India, that's the hospitality. Mr. Vineet Verma is a distinguished leader in India's hospitality and real estate sectors. Currently serving as Managing Director of World Trade Centers in Bangalore, Kochi and Chennai, and Director of Brigade Hospitality Services. And with over 30 years, 3 decades of experience, and he has been instrumental in expanding the Brigade Group's hospitality ventures, including the hotels, clubs, and food courts. As a president of BCIC and a vice president of the Karnataka Tourism Society, he also contributes actively to tourism and industry development. So we are honored to have you today with us. We would love to call you on stage. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Vineet Verma? Check, check, check. Thank you.
Good evening. Honestly, I was not prepared to speak. I've been taken off guard. But thank you, Ritesh and Guru Prasad, my friend. He's really been following up with me aggressively for the last few months that I have to be here today. I was actually supposed to be in China at this point of time. But thanks to this war that broke out, I had to cancel my trip. So here I am. I actually happen to be an accidental corporate person. Coming from a family of doctors, was pushed into biosciences. To escape bioscience, I got into cost accountancy. To escape that, I joined the world of horse racing. So I was into thoroughbred horse racing for nearly 23 years. I joined them as a management trainee, barely 21 years old. Then got into the real estate industry, again by accident. I was wanting to go out of the horse racing, and suddenly I was grabbed up by another real estate giant in Calcutta, where I grew up. And then I got into retail, hospitality, set up the first shopping center in Calcutta, city center, Salt Lake, from those of you know. And then I was invited to come to Bangalore 19 years ago to join Brigade Group to start their hospitality business. So what I'm trying to say is that I've had a diversified sort of a profession. I mean, people refuse to believe that, what the hell were you doing in horse racing? Were you a jockey? So I said, look, I'm too big to be a jockey, but I was an administrator. So having said that, I was also into sports in a very big way. I've been a state-level rowing champion in Bengal. I was into karate. I'm a brown belt, and et cetera, et cetera. So what I'm trying to tell our young students here, which I'm always saying, is there are a few virtues that you need to grow up with. Today, unfortunately, some of them are not there anymore. The biggest one is patience. Today's generation, including my own, I have 2 grown-up children, that patience thing is missing. You want to be successful overnight. It doesn't happen. Please believe me, it doesn't happen. Unless a rich millionaire grandfather leaves you the fortune, you can't be rich overnight. So, and the classic example here is Ritesh himself. I mean, look at his story. What an inspirational story. So having said that, have the patience. Second thing, for those of you who are planning to get into the corporate world, please prepare, be prepared to really slog it out. Complete projects. The biggest challenge I see is that when I interview people, even at a senior level, I'm interviewing CXOs and VPs, 14 years experience, 12 job changes. It doesn't work. See, you have to complete at least one assignment in whichever job you're doing. Once you complete an assignment, have that feather in your cap, then move on. In our days, in my dad's days, a person would join a company and retire from the same company and be gifted a pen and a HMT watch. And both these things he would have no use for after retirement. So, but today, it's okay to work in a company for 3 years. 3 years is a good time. Today, in fact, in our company also, when a person completes 5 years, we actually felicitate him. 5 years, fantastic. So 3 years should be the minimum for you if you are into the corporate world. Please make sure that you have completed some assignments, which is very important. I get a young person with just 5 years experience with 12 pages of CV being submitted. And I start grilling him on every question he has no answer for, because he's probably just today taken it from ChatGPT. So my request to all my young people here is, and I would obviously want some of you to join us as well in Brigade. We are a very diversified group. We are into real estate, hospitality, commercial, education, so many things together. So I'll be more than happy, today time is short, I'll be more than happy to come over and interact with the students sometimes in future. We'll love to have a one-on-one interaction, be grilled by you, I'll grill you. So we'll have a very interesting exchange. So with that, I wish you all the best and God bless you all.
Thank you so much. Pallavi ma'am, sir have agreed to come to the college and address our students. So we are absolutely honored. So we'll see to it, sir. We'll bother you again very, very soon, sir.
I'll be happy.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. So moving ahead with our next awardee for this evening. I'm sure, by the way, how many of you are the tea lovers here? Tea lovers. Yes, yes, you heard it right, ma'am. All right. So, thank you so much, sir. So we have our next guest, Mr. Nivedan Nimpe. He's a pharmacist and innovator from Shimoga, Karnataka, and is founder of global brand Areca Tea. After studying in Australia, he returned to India to support Areca nut farmers by creating a unique herbal tea from Areca nut and known for its antioxidant and digestive benefits. launched in 2015. Now it's exporting to over 14 plus countries and have won the several innovative awards. Amazing, sir. We would love to have you here. Please come on stage to address the gathering. Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Nivedan Nimpe?
Thank you so much. Canada? Canada?
Yeah.
Banana? Okay. Okay. Yeah, thanks. See, I'm basically from Shimoga. Studied in Australia, and purposefully I came back to India to do something in India and from the village. So now we are into innovations. We do a lot of innovation products, and we develop medicines, especially in the field of diabetes and brain-related diseases. That's also we export. And we are India's largest car perfume manufacturer. If you see anywhere the perfume hanging in a car with the branded, we supply. And to the global level also. And I was listening to the Kiran Bedi madam that yes, we have beaten up China. India can do anything, and from the village, we are supplying globally air freshener which even China cannot supply. Chinese price is 32 rupees, our price is 22 rupees. Wow. China price is 15 rupees, our price is 8 rupees. That's the power of Indian manufacturer. We can do it. And what I wanted to share is, we have a multiple brands, multiple products, multiple business, but still we are headquartered from a village called Mandagade. So that's the reason I came back to India, and I'm doing it. We employed around 300 plus people. Our company has received 6 national awards for innovations.
Big round of applause.
And people who laughed when I launched Areca tea, "Ye kaun piyega?" It became prestigious brand of India. And so that's all. What is in your head, you can do it. So thank you so much. Thank you, and all.
Thank you so much, sir. As you rightly said, if your minds can conceive, your hands can receive it. So thank you so much. It was indeed a pleasure having you with us today. Moving ahead with our next awardee, I'm sure we all love ice creams. Am I right? Yes? So I'm sure you would have heard of the brand Hang Your Ice Creams. So today, one of our awardees was the MD of the Hang Your Ice Creams. Unfortunately, because of some urgent work, Mr. Pradeep Ji Pai could not make it, but yes, we have the successor. We have his son, Mr. Kiran Pai, here amongst us. So we would love to welcome you to hear from you, sir. Can we have a big round of applause for Mr. Kiran Pai?
Good evening, everybody. On behalf of my father, Shri Pradeep Ji Pai, and the Hangyo family, I want to thank the management at GIBS. At GIBS, is that
absolutely.
Okay.
Both are
GIBS, okay, for recognizing our brand amongst your esteemed set of awardees. My father is a first-generation entrepreneur, and he once told me that he attempted 53 businesses before he started Hangyo. Now, that not only shows the risk, but it also shows that the first-generation entrepreneurs are the biggest risk takers and deserve appreciation for their dedication and hard work. Hangyo Ice Creams has been a 22-year-old journey, having its roots from coastal Karnataka. Today, we are present across 7 states. We have 450 channel partners. We serve over 40,000 retail stores, and we employ over 1,000 people. I want to congratulate the GIBS management for their sincere efforts in contributing to the business community of India. India needs great institutions with good infrastructure and research to foster new ideas and innovation. We live in very uncertain times where disruptions have become a new trend in business. These are very competitive times, and this requires innovation in almost all fields for new entrants to even have a shot. I would urge the esteemed faculty of this institution to encourage more and more industry-facing mechanisms, like Kiran Bedi madam just rightly pointed out, because I feel that has traditionally been missing in Indian institutions. And I was a student, and Guru Prasad sir was a teacher of mine in my graduation days. So I sincerely feel that industry facing should be far more, and students need to face real life situations before they can start innovating and finding solutions. Once again, on behalf of the Hangyo family, I want to thank the management at Global Institute of Business Studies for this recognition, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we are truly excited. We have arrived to such a state where we are arrived to an exciting and looking forward moment at the IRE conference. Now it's an official time to launch a major initiative that marks another bold chapter in the GIBS journey. An initiative focused on empowering students with the industry integrated programs and leadership development. And that's GIBS Corporate Academy. I would request Bharat Gopalan sir to please come forward and introduce what GC is all about to the audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Cindy.
Can we have a big round of applause?
Good evening to you all. Thanks to every one of you for making this evening really wonderful. When it comes to May, we at GIBS are heavily tied up with a lot of activities. The month of May, quite a few activities. We had back-to-back graduation day, farewell for our senior batch, and speech presentations by our IRE groups, and all this culminating in this IRE conference today. It feels really good when I compare with the last 3 IRE conferences that we have been continuously evolving, and it really feels good to have such a panel of distinguished, eminent personalities, and we have got a lot of things to take away from today. And the words and messages, the powerful messages that have come, will be reverberating in our ears for the days and months to come and keep inspiring us. So I am here. As we come to the close of the session, I'm not going to take much time, another probably 3 minutes of your time. And we have been doing many things. When I start talking, as we come to the close of this session, I want to talk about a new initiative or a new venture that we are about to start by the GIBS group. And this venture, if I have to take you to a story behind this, I'll go back 5 years in time, when we started something called Joy of Learning. Joy of Learning is the day when all our faculty members, we give chutti to students and we spend time in the classroom listening to corporate leaders. And that's how it started. I looked at the date on which it was started. It was somewhere in July 2000. And today we are completing 5 years. And not a single month went without having a IRE, that JOL, Joy of Learning. And we had completed around 58 JOLs. That means all the months that have been from that day we started, we had the JOLs, where faculty members interact with industry leaders, business professionals, and learn something, take back something to the classroom. And it didn't stop there. JOL, as we went on, we started IRE talks, webinars, symposiums, seminars, and number of MDPs and FDPs. To give you a number, we had, 73 podcasts, 592 webinars, and more than 200 guest speakers coming to our campus and giving IRE talks. And all this culminated into something. What next for us? What is that we should be doing ahead was a thought that was coming to us frequently, and we thought we should evolve into a bigger game. Not stop with our campus, go beyond the campus and do some corporate training. And that's how we started this. This venture is about expanding our training network beyond the campus and going to corporates and delivering corporate training programs, be it bespoke training programs, MDPs, management development programs, leadership development programs, call it whatever it is, we are going to deliver, we are going to be there for corporate training. And as a part of this, I would invite our dignitaries, IRE awardees, and distinguished panelists of today to come to the dais and help us in unveiling this new venture, new initiative that we are going to start, GIBS Corporate Academy. Can we all have you on the stage?
Please, we request Revati ma'am, Anand sir, Sankiran sir.
Please, sir.
Can we have a big round of applause for all the dignitaries on stage, please? I request Dean sir also to please join us on stage.
Please join us. We will have the unveiling of GIBS Corporate Academy.
Yes.
Can we have all IRE faculties over here? Dilipan sir, Parmeshwar sir, Hari Prakash sir.
The unveiling of GCA, the GIBS Corporate Academy. Santosh sir, I would request a heartfelt thank you to all the dignitaries, awardees and panelists, and a special guest who joined us on stage to mark the historic launch. This moment would be remembered as a powerful step forward in GIBS journey to shape the future-ready professionals. So before we move to the last section of the GIBS IRE Conference 2025, we would request if we can play all the three AVs starting from this team seconds runner-up. I would request all the guests to please be seated, request you to please stay back. We have some more announcements to be made, so I request you all to be there. Team 3, I request all of you to come on stage, please. Can we have a big round of applause for the seconds runner-up?
What if interview preparation could be smarter, faster, and truly personalized? That question sparked our journey. From scribbles on a whiteboard to countless hours of discussion, MockView was born. A platform built by students, for students reshaping how mock interviews are done. Whether it's technical rounds or HR screenings, MockView adapts. Real-time mock interviews, personalized to industry standards. Powered by AI-driven feedback, detailed analytics, and progress tracking. We don't just simulate interviews. We help you grow. It wasn't always easy. There were long nights, repeated pivots, tight deadlines, and endless coffee runs. But with every iteration, we got closer to something better. From idea to execution, from sketches to screens, we built, we refined, we presented, and we kept learning every step of the way. Today, MockView is more than a product. It's a purpose-driven platform designed to build confident professionals one mock interview at a time. Join us, prepare better, perform smarter.
Team 3, and congratulations once again for making it to the finals top 3. But yes, before that, I would also love to congratulate each one of you being here. You, all the students who have made in the last 32 teams what we had, every individual, you have put in heart and soul for the IRE projects, the entire 9 months which you went to the regressive program. A big round of applause for each one of you who's sitting right there. Thank you so much, team. Now, I would love to welcome the next team, that's the first runner-up, Team Visionaries. Can we have the AV, please, once they join us?
9 months ago, a spark was lit. In the corridors of GIBS Business School, 7 students, strangers at first, came together bound by one thing: an entrepreneurial mindset. They weren't building a business, not yet. They were building belief. Belief that purpose comes before profit, that ideas born from everyday life, hunger, homesickness, habits, can become solutions that matter. Belief that a simple idea, a humble tiffin box, could carry more than just food. It could carry love, culture, memories, dignity.
From vision to impact, this is our journey.
A simple idea,
a powerful purpose,
a team that believe. Presenting to you the story of My Dabba by Team Visionaries.
छोटी सी दुनिया पर बड़ी थकान, काम का बोझ है पर खाली दास्तान, खाने के वक्त जो याद आती है माँ, एक स्वाद एक प्यार जो कह ना सका जहाँ। मेरे डब्बा में घर बसा है, माँ के हाथों का प्यार लिखा है। मैं एक डब्बा लाया वो एहसास जो हर रोज करे दिल को रास। घर का खाना दिल से बना, भूला तो मैं का माँ का साया।
माई डब्बा, घर का खाना दिल से बना।
Congratulations once again, Team My Dabba. Thank you so much. Indeed, it was an amazing idea you guys had. So moving to the next and the final team, that's the winner of IRE Conference 2025, the Team Think Tank. I request the Team Think Tank to join us on stage, please. Can we have a big round of applause?
Every great idea begins with a problem, but ours began with failure. We started with a dream to sell low-cost books online, but it didn't work. We kept ideating, kept pitching, and kept getting rejected. It was frustrating, but sometimes the best ideas don't come from success. It comes from struggle. And then one day, we looked around. Bangalore, our city, was drowning in plastic. 3,000 tons every single day. A silent crisis hiding in plain sight. That's when everything changed. We asked ourselves, what if waste could become our greatest resource? That's how Brickcraft was born. We experimented with LDPE and HDPE plastic granules. We didn't stop at ideas. We built prototypes. We tested, we failed. We tested again, and finally, we held it in our hands. A plastic brick that was stronger, lighter, water resistant, and carbon negative. But Brickcraft was never just about bricks. It became about people, about impact. Each brick now diverts 5 kilograms of plastic waste from landfills. Each one empowers waste pickers, supports green jobs, and builds a more sustainable tomorrow. We started with failure, but we found something bigger, that is purpose. Now, we are on a mission to become one of the leading eco-constructions brand. Because we are not just building with plastic, we are building a future. We are Brickcraft, and we are rebuilding the planet, one brick at a time. It's just a beginning.
Superb. That's an awesome idea, I would say. Congratulations for winning the best one. I'm sure you will have a lot of vendors right here. Right? So start building more. Right? You will have more clients to do for. Right? Thank you so much, everyone. Congratulations once again. Before we move to the final section of the IRE Conference 2025, I have a small announcement to be made. I request all the students post the vote of thanks, request you all to please proceed for the high tea which has been arranged outside. Okay, not now. Post the vote of thanks. And I request all the corporates, our alumni, to please kindly stay back. We have a lot of networking discussions which can be taken place post this. We have dinner arranged, and as well as we can have with probably cocktail. So we can have a wonderful evening networking with each other and with a live music band. So I request each one of you to please stay back. Do not leave immediately post the vote of thanks. I request Hari Prakash sir to please come forward and share the vote of thanks.
Before I propose the vote of thanks, may I request all the GIBS team, faculty, placement, corporate relations team, all to come over here and take the picture, please, along with our managing director and the guests of honor. And all the volunteers also who worked relentlessly for this show, can you please come up? All the faculty.
I request Pradeep sir.
Pradeep sir, Ravi sir, Mohan sir, please come over. Guru sir, the man of the day, yes. All the volunteers, student volunteers. Reena ma'ams. Sandeep sir, you are there, you are very well. So, I will simultaneously propose the vote of thanks. In fact, it's indeed my privilege to give these words of gratitude to this gathering of greats. First up, our deep sense of gratitude, salute to Dr. Kiran Bedi, a leader par excellence, for her words of wisdom that came like pellets from the pistol of a police officer. And when Syed Kirmani takes to mic, it is like wielding a willow. He never missed the balls when he was playing. And in the same way, he never missed seconds or minutes to drive home the points of discipline and hard work. Champions like Saina Nehwal always deliver tellingly, whether it is a powerful center court smash to the Chinese opponents or a talk on discipline for 10-15 minutes. Saina Nehwal, your presence in this stadium, this hall, and your words of advice are as impactful as your deceptive drops at the net. Heartfelt gratitude to our MD Ritesh ji and JC sir, who in their talks have conveyed the commitment of GIBS to excellence in B-school education through innovative programs like IRE. And to the 10 guests of honor, Dr. Roy, son of Mr. Pradeep Pai, Revati Madam, Pramodji, Vinit Vermaji, Sarah Fatima Ma'am, Mr. Karan, Nivedan Nimpe, your 2-minute short talks will provide the needed spark to our already smart students. Special thanks to our guests for the panel discussion, which was moderated meticulously by Dr. Pallavi. And thanks to Revati Ma'am again, and Dr. Anand Prabhu and Professor Param. A big thank you for Ravi sir, Pradeep sir, and the back office PR team and the corporate relations team led by Guru sir for the support that is probably invisible but invaluable. Thanks to the lovely staff of Green Park Hotel for providing such a lovely environment, and then to the Music Melodies AV team for providing this audio-video support. To Sandeep sir, who is our Asthan MC, a big thank you for the flawless flow of this event. And to dear students, as we always call you, you are our Anmol Ratans, the gems of GIBS. A big thank you for being here and being wonderful audience. Thank you all for the lovely IRE conference and for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Hari sir. Thank you so much. And from bottom of my heart, I sincerely express my gratitude to all the corporates who have been here for us. And let's connect with each other. I think the stage is going to set now for the live music. So we'll have a gala dinner with cocktails, please. Right? So let's have a networking meet. Thank you so much. Signing off, Sandeep Ansali.